Napa know-how.
Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card when you buy oil, air, and cabin air filters. Because let's be honest, you probably don't remember the last time you changed them. So buy all 3 filters at your local Napa and get $20 back. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household while supplies last. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Welcome back to Amazon Prime one-day delivery trivia. Now to the next question. If Adam can get a chainsaw in 1 day with Amazon Prime one-day delivery, and Sharon can get a leaf blower in 1 day with one-day delivery, what are the odds their neighbor will order noise-canceling headphones with Amazon Prime one-day delivery? Yes, Sarah.
Pretty good?
Correct. Introducing one-day delivery from Amazon Prime. Order from millions of items. Peace and quiet delivered.
Be a flu fighter with a free flu shot from Walgreens. It's no cost to you with most insurance. It's quick, easy, with no appointment needed. Plus, it lowers your chances of spreading the flu to the people you care about most. Get your flu shot at Walgreens and get $5 off an eligible purchase of $20 now through November 30th. This is your shot to protect you and the ones you love. Be a flu fighter. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Coupon offer not valid in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. See coupon for terms and restrictions. Vaccines subject to availability and some restrictions may apply.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Need cash but have bad credit or maxed out cards? Now you can get a personal loan for up to $5,000, whatever your credit, with no paperwork. 79cash.com is one of the nation's largest personal loan networks. If you have a checking account and a regular income source, you can get cash in your account as soon as tomorrow. Type this into your smartphone or computer address bar. www.79cash.com. That's 79cash.com. 79cash.com.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzzed driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Tiger weather now.
Well, we've already had some reports of damage up near Ida in northern Caddo Parish, and we are under a tornado watch till 10 o'clock this morning. Heavy rain and thunderstorms this morning, and then partly cloudy this afternoon, 75. Clear tonight, 51. Tomorrow, sunshine, mid-70s for highs. Richard DeWettig, the Weather Channel.
The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers. KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first, the pitch, swing and a miss! Tigers win! Tigers win!
Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. 8809 Jewella, 686-1880.
When you fire up a John Deere 1 Series tractor, you can tackle the job without wrestling the attachments. Hook up everything from a front loader to a drive-over mower deck in no time. So you can haul gravel, cut grass, or do any job in between. Because when things just click, work just gets done. And now get a 1 Series for just $99 a month at your nearest participating John Deere dealer. Nothing runs like a Deere. Run with us. Search John Deere 1 Series for more. 0% annual percentage rate. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Hello, Saver. At Walgreens, we like the way you save on things. Take afternoon matinees. You know they have the same endings as full-price movies. And copays on Medicare Part D prescriptions. You can get them for as low as $0 with select plans. So when you choose a plan with Walgreens as your preferred pharmacy, you know you're saving smartly. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. $0 copay on Tier 1 generic drugs available through select plans that include Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy.
A heart in my tasty Honey Nut Cheerios? Cereal, you trying to tell me you love me?
Actually, it's reminding you that it can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
Wait! They can help lower cholesterol? I've been so focused on the sweet, tasty taste that I completely forgot. Now I'm in love.
Learn more about making Honey Nut Cheerios part of your heart-healthy lifestyle by picking up a box at your local grocery store.
Tiger weather now.
Well, we've already had some reports of damage up near Ida in northern Caddo Parish, and we are under a tornado watch till 10 o'clock this morning. Heavy rain and thunderstorms this morning, and then partly cloudy this afternoon, 75. Clear tonight, 51. Tomorrow, sunshine, mid-70s for highs. Richard DeWettig at the Weather Channel.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. 8809 Juella, 686-1880.
11:30 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for sports.
Good morning. What's happening, hot stuff? Hope all is well with you and yours. Bottom of one of these sheets of paper. What's going on, everybody? This is the Tim Fletcher Show. I'm gonna get you. This is the Tim Fletcher Show on 11:30 The Tiger. Yeah. Little dirt foot to get us all steeped up in this feel-good Monday moment. The early riser portion of our show is presented to you by Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. Reminding you they've got a huge sidewalk sale coming up in just a couple of weeks, November 2nd. Be that or be square. 8809 Joella, great savings on everything you want, need, love to have, athletic-wise, uniform-wise, jerseys, cleats, shoes, you name it, they've got it on sale November 2nd, sidewalk sale, Sports World. You can call us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130, 320-1130. You can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line, 489-7453, 489-7453. It's an all-call, all-text Monday morning here on the show, the Monday morning quarterback edition of the program, presented to you by Campers RV Center and Power Sports. The fun life starts here. Rogers Hampton's in the house.
What's happening, hot stuff?
Not much, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Happy Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Come canoeing in this morning.
It was raining a little bit when we got here.
We got here, it was raining pretty dang bad.
It was blowing and going. I know that there are a lot of folks who were affected by the weather last night, and some that are being affected right now, so certainly hope all is well with you and yours. I know like the Dogwood Edition subdivision out in Houghton got hammered. Good morning, Adam Hester.
How's it going?
Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
Even though I saw you Friday and welcomed you back then. But
okay. Maybe people weren't listening then.
Maybe so. How's the homestead there for Rogers and Adam? Everybody okay?
Okay, just leaves everywhere and just kind of trash in the yard, at least for last night's round. But, at one point when they broke in and it was a tornado on Buncombe, Shirley Francis, and Woolworth, I went, well, that's either heading toward me or it's going to, and it made the little curve up toward the downtown Shreveport, the Bossier. But, I was like, okay, that's the way I go to work. And this morning there was pine straw up and down Pines Road, leaves, branches, so be careful out there. I mean, there was a couple little limbs I didn't see till the last minute, was able to kind of swerve. They were laying in the road, so please be very careful. There is more out there than you probably realize.
Probably so, especially with it being dark out.
Yes.
The rain's still coming down here in West Shreveport. Heavy stuff, I don't think it's coming in for quite some time. Came through a little earlier. Don't know if it's what it's gonna do weather-wise for the next couple of hours, but I know that we are under a tornado watch until at least 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So just kind of be on the lookout. And if you're traveling east, you're probably going to be riding with that storm for a while. So, I was on the way out here this morning in the wind when I passed Monkhouse, like the truck started. Vroom, vroom. I was like, I think I'm going to step on it. So I may have broken the speed limit to get here because the rain started spitting.
But only just for a short little period.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like a mile.
I mean,
not even like
you were trying to get to safety.
I think that if you speed for less than a mile, it's not even breaking the law.
Not really, especially if nobody saw.
No one saw. No one's on the road.
Yeah, it's starting to rain. You think that he wants to stop you in the rain?
Right.
He really doesn't.
As our great lyricist Millie Vanilli once said,
blame it on the rain.
How about a little SEC update to get our day started?
This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day.
Auburn beat Arkansas 51-10 on Saturday. 51-10. And Arkansas may have actually staged one of the worst planned plays in the history of college football. I'm beginning to doubt my 2020 SEC championship prediction.
For good reason.
Florida beat South Carolina 38-27, and Will Muschamp was not a very happy fella. We'll hear from him a little bit later on. Vanderbilt shocked the world, beat Missouri 21-14, and Derek Mason was not a very happy man afterward when asked a certain question. We'll hear from him a little bit later on. Georgia shut out Kentucky in a driving rainstorm, 21-zip. A&M survived Ole Miss and John Rice Plumlee, 24-17. Alabama beat Tennessee 35-13, but lost Tua for a couple of weeks, or at least 1 week, against Arkansas. How will they ever beat the Hogs now? And LSU pounded Mississippi State 36-13 after a sluggish start. They really got rolling and handled the Bulldogs quite easily in Stark Vegas.
This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street.
So, what was the thing that floated your boat, fellas, for the most part, all weekend long? I'm guessing...
Mine's going to be probably pretty hard to decide which one that's probably going to be. A bottom of the ninth inning, Jose Altuve home run to get to the World Series. That probably by nose.
By nose over the Texans losing and the Saints winning?
Maybe not even that. I think that Illinois upsetting Wisconsin, that probably is the top of my list, and then Altuve second. And Saints third.
Still don't exactly know what Aroldis Chapman's facial expression was supposed to tell me.
That he just got taken to the house by a little man.
That was so hard hit. I mean, that was... And then when they went to the shot of Chapman on the mound for the Yankees, he kind of had almost like a smirk on his face, like, how much am I still getting paid?
I get another pitch, right? No?
This is the bottom of the eighth, right?
Why is he running?
Why is everyone else going out the dugout?
What's all these
is that a
streamers?
penalty?
What's those
Holy
fireworks
moly,
for?
what a blast.
Dude. And all you hear about with the Yankees, that great bullpen.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to get to the bullpen when you don't have a lead, but you finally get to it, and here's what you get. Dude, and of all people, for the dude who was there for the 3 straight 100-loss seasons.
Yeah, you had Peacock starting and Altuve finishing.
Oh,
they were the two guys, right? They
were
the only two members of the
Yes.
the 111-loss team.
Yes. And for him to be the one to, I just felt so good for him.
It still boggles my mind, Adam.
How he does
how
what
a human
he
being
does.
that size does what he does in baseball.
And a human being as big as Chapman throwing that ball downhill toward that little guy. I mean, it just destroyed it.
It was not a doubt.
Oh, as soon as he hit it. And when you see Nolan Ryan get up and yell and go, oh, man, that guy, he can barely move now. Look at him. He's up clapping.
By the way, can I say now it looks like I might be able to get a hit off Nolan Ryan. So he's got a little pudgy, add a little weight. Not quite so intimidating. Now, Robin Ventura is now asking for a rematch.
Yeah, well, that's when Nolan says, you know what, I'm going to bring in Olshan. Come on. I'll fix that crack.
Fix it for good. Just give me one shot. Give me a little shot right there.
Right
little cortisone.
Just right there.
I'm ready to roll.
One. I'll give you one.
I'd pay for it.
So, yeah, that was probably my high water mark of it.
What about you, Hester? What was the thing that was kind of the top of your sports list this weekend? Did it involve Manchester?
No.
Okay.
I'll go with Saints.
Yeah.
Just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter who they're missing. Doesn't matter scenario. Oh, we're going to come in there and get the best defense, and we're going to dominate the game. No quarterback, no running back, no tight end.
No worries.
Matter. No big deal. On the road, cold environment. I'm assuming it was cold. I really don't know.
Later afternoon start as well, so it kind of had that extra feel to it. And, all right, so Fox is saying this is a biggie.
Yep.
Oh, there's Aikman. Gotta be.
Yeah.
You can see his face.
Right.
They just keep trucking along. I mean, what Peyton has done, what Loomis and his bunch has done to craft what I think is the most complete team in football.
It's a no-brainer at the halfway mark nearly of the season. Sean Payton's the coach of the year. And
Frank Reich's going to get some votes for that probably.
He probably will, but to go 5-0 with your backup quarterback and miss one of the two most electric running backs in the league for a game, and basically you got to think that Kamara, you can almost say that he didn't play the last game either, because they barely used him and he was not effective whatsoever on that ankle of his, and of course in the tweaked knee. I think it's Sean Payton by a landslide. Reich certainly deserving of some mention.
Yeah, he kind of lost his quarterback too.
Yeah. What's the culture now? What, 5-2, 4-2, 4-2. That's right, 4-2. Texans are 4-3. Yeah. Boy, Brissett did look good yesterday, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Are we going to see Dan Quinn get fired today? Is this the final straw, you think? They was just lackluster. Ryan's out now. Who knows how long Matt Ryan's out for? He was in a boot afterwards. So is this the day?
That would be a heck of a turnaround from the vote of confidence. You usually get like 3 days after the vote of confidence.
Yeah.
To not even get 24 hours, that might be a little harsh.
Dude, they're horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing hard. Heck, you know what? The Eagles didn't exactly give it the best of efforts yesterday for Doug. See what and Doug did what just about every coach has said before. He didn't guarantee a win before this game against the Cowboys. He said we're going to go down there, we're going to win, we're going to be in the first place. I mean, he said they were going to win. But what's wrong with that?
Nothing. But we have to make it out to be like.
And so now Ezekiel Elliott, of course, Cowboys were asked about it. We don't need inspiration from him to go out there and play hard. This rivalry is enough. Honestly, we don't give an F word what Doug Peterson says. DeMarcus Lawrence, tell them to shut up. So what do you think they're doing now? Dak, a little more diplomatic. Imagine that. No doubt in my mind about how we were going to come out and perform tonight. We didn't panic. We don't have to say everything to hit the fan. Let's start over. We doubled down on who we are and just got better. Yeah. So.
Much ado about nothing.
Yes. Basically. Nelson Aguilar will not be winning any fans over with his lack of effort on a deep ball from Carson Wentz. Apparently they are.
Yeah.
The Philly fans. What's going to be worse today, Chicago sports radio or Philadelphia sports radio? Both are going to be cesspools. Both are not exactly fan bases in cities that are known for brotherly love, despite the fact the moniker, the city of brotherly love for Philadelphia. There are probably people who will be calling for Doug Peterson to be fired today.
No, well, of course, because that's what we have to do in the NFL.
Right.
You got fire coaches, you got fire coordinators, you got it is. I mean, college football is that way too, but pro football is just so funny to me. The week to week, top of the world, bottom of the hill. You know, a week apart.
Weren't we ready to throw Kirk Cousins onto the fire?
Absolutely.
What about with the Bayou Bellways dumpster by the curb and say, Vikings got to be in play for Tua, Burrow, Hurts, or Herbert. They got to get somebody. Kirk Cousins is trash.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins now has thrown 350 yards, 3 straight games, like 11 touchdowns or so in the last 3 weeks.
How that works.
Yeah. You got to think the Buffalo Bills are the greatest team in the best challenge in the AFC. Oh.
The standings would say that.
The idiot before us did say, this run the Saints are on will help the Saints when Drew Brees comes back. Really? So going 5-0 while Drew is out is going to help the Saints when Drew gets back. Astute observations from the moron who's on before us. This losing streak the Falcons are on is going to hurt Matt Ryan when he comes back from that.
I don't know. This seems bad.
6:17 is the time. So what was everyone out there? What was your best and worst of the weekend? What floated your boat and what nearly sank you? I can point to a fake punt in Fayetteville as the moment that the Arkansas fandom gets tested and pushed to the brink of elimination. What was he doing? What was that push? Did you see it?
Yeah. He was trying to he did what he was trying to do.
I know, but why was he doing that? How do you practice that and think it's going to be a great play?
Watch the Dr. Pepper kid throwing the ball into the trash can at the bowl game.
And you think that's how you throw a ball 10 yards?
He's a punter. He's not supposed to be able to throw.
Hecker is now walking through that door right now. So that's the worst of the weekend for me. I'll tell you another worst for the weekend. Just feel for them. Northwestern State.
Yep.
Holy moly. Kudos to Brad. Go for it, man. 2-point conversion for the win. Let's roll the dice. Let's see what you got. Oh, golly, geez, that would have been a big one. Kudos to Tech over the weekend. You guys realize Tech's, 6-1 now?
Yep.
And they're probably going to be favored in every game the rest of the way to go 11-1. What if these guys end up being the New Year's Six game?
Might be.
I mean,
they need SMU to lose.
They need SMU to lose, and they need App State to lose. But at some point, you got to start looking at the possibilities of what if they don't ever lose again the rest of the season? They are quietly putting together, and I'm trying not to. I don't want to jinx them, but heck, man, this may be the best season Tech's had since winning the national championship. What year was that, Rogers? 7? Like that?
Yeah, early mid-70s.
So just kind of a wild weekend. So on this Campers RV Center and Power Sports Monday morning quarterback, all call, all text, Monday morning quarterback edition of the program. Shoot us a text on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line. 489-7453, 489-7453. Give us a call on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Another great weekend for the Mudbugs. 2-0. Look good doing it, too. Both games against Corpus Christi, Friday and Saturday. Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130, 320-1130. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton and Adam Hester. We will return right after these commercial messages. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. Who wants tacos? Everybody wants tacos from Taco Bell. And your high school in the area could be the lucky school that gets a taco day in December. Very simple. Go crazy in the student section. Have a blast, but make sure you get video posted on Instagram of your student section having a great time at high school football game. #LiveMossFletch.
Hashtag that video on Instagram, Live Moss Fletch. We'll pick a winner each week, and those winners go into the season-end drawing for Taco Day from Taco Bell. I literally was walking around one of those big box stores, that sells sporting equipment the other day, and family was looking for helmets.
Yeah.
And little kid who still had Clearasil on his face said, "Over there's the helmets."
They don't know.
They don't know.
What do they know?
They know nothing.
We'll go somewhere where they do know something.
Oh, Sports World.
There.
8809 Joella. Been around since 1973. Hester, they got helmets that can fit our heads.
They do, and they know the needs of the local coaches.
They certainly
These other
do.
places don't.
No, they don't know the local coaches. Sports World, 8809 Joella. When you think of ice-cold beer, Puff, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
When you think of so many abundant flavors that are just incredible, bursting on your tongue, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
1200 Marshall Street, where downtown meets I-20. We have Nicole from First Choice Personnel on the line with us. Nicole, I am really good at lifting my fork, as you can tell by my expanding waistline, but could I get a job as a forklifter doing that with you guys?
Oh, we could see what we can do, but right now we're just kind of looking for warehouse forklift drivers, industrial forklift drivers, pallet jacks, anyone who's done any type of warehouse with forklifting.
Well, if you need a competitive eater lifting that fork, I'm your guy. Otherwise, call First Choice Personnel, 797-7810. I am sitting here at Chevy Land with Bubba Winningham. Truck Month is here, and has he got a deal for you?
Fletch, people want a good truck. They want a four-door crew cab truck with lots of equipment on it, and they want it for a good price. We've got that truck, a new 2019 Silverado Crew Cab LT with power seat and heated seats and keyless start, $29,995. You want a truck under $30,000? We've got it, $29,995 during Truck Month at Chevyland, and we got plenty of them.
Chevyland, 7500 Uri Drive, $29,995. Brand new truck. Mud Bugs Hockey is here. The season is underway. The fourth season in the North American Hockey League for the Shreveport Mudbugs has arrived. They've already won a championship. They've made the postseason in their other two seasons as well, so you're going to be watching a successful squad out there on the ice at George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum. It's great entertainment. Join us at Mudbugs Hockey this year. MudbugsHockey.com. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
11:30 The Tiger, Bossier City's home for LSU sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 6:23 is the time. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton and Adam Hester. The wonderful folks over at GBT making things happen for us. GBT, the great banking team. Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, and, of course, on Line Avenue, the brand-new branch. It's approaching a year old, I guess, huh? May even be longer than that. 3400 Line Avenue. And in Bossier City, the Original, East Texas next to the Villaggio. Great customer service, real human beings when you call the customer service hotline. And, oh, by the way, every branch fully stocked with real live human beings. Once again, those are not robots. Those are real humans. Forget artificial intelligence. That's the real intelligence. GBT, the great banking team. The Campers RV Center and Power Sports Monday morning quarterback edition of the show. Adam, we got anybody texting in real quick? They're fantastic moments from the weekend that have stuck with them.
Rusty says his takeaway from the weekend is that dynamite comes in small packages. Go Astros.
True.
Also, Saints defense is legit. Sean Payton should be the coach of the year. LSU's defense is improving week by week, and it's Auburn Hate Week.
It is Auburn Hate Week, so War Eagle, we expect to hear from you here, buddy. 318-GUY-PILE, 489-7453, Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line.
Astros fan, he says, biggest is a Saints win without a Major Lutz field goal. 2 for 4 for the game. Love that they're still playing with house money. LSU playing so well that we are now mooning the defense, and stayed up until 2 in the morning watching the Astros celebration.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Boy, this is a pitching matchup for the ages, isn't it? In this World Series, it starts tomorrow night in Houston. So come get you some. If you can get a hit in this series, the first couple of games, more power to you. Speaking of that LSU defense, yeah, they are starting to kind of come together, and it's starting to basically, I think you're seeing the health of this unit get better, right? Isn't that what we've kind of been waiting on, is for everybody just to finally be healthy enough?
And in college football and high school football and the NFL, it's hard to get healthy as the year wears on. Usually it goes the other way around.
Right.
And so if you're not healthy at the beginning, you're chasing it. And that's the finish line gets further away from you because there's no way you can kind of, hey, I'm going to get better by throwing my body into somebody 45 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way for me to get my body healthier. But it seems to be working. They played lights out against Mississippi State.
But it wasn't sloppy. It was sloppy. Wasn't good enough.
Oh, there were people already, they need to wake up.
Ridiculous.
I'm like, they've scored on their first 4 possessions, right?
Not good enough.
Wasn't it 3 field goals and a touchdown in their first 4 possessions? Yeah, you want to see touchdowns, but this is a new era of LSU football. What was it at 22-7 at the half? Is that right?
I can't remember.
I think it was 22-7 at the half.
On the road.
On the road.
That's the thing, too. Relax. You can't stop telling me week after week of how great the conference is and then be mad that you're only winning by 2 touchdowns at halftime on the road in said conference.
Right.
It's never made sense to me.
We're only up, it's only 22-7 at the half. I'm like, okay, if you duplicate the first half to the second half, you've got a 44-14 win, which it could have easily been. Mm-hmm. It should have been 44-14. If Joe Burrow plays one more drive, they get another touchdown, and it would have ended up 43-13.
They get, one late touchdown.
Yeah. So I don't think, they scored with a minute to go. Was their final touchdown. So it should have been a 36-7 win. Mm-hmm. I think that's good enough for me. I'm an Arkansas fan. My team got beat 51-13 or 51-10, whatever it was, and had the worst play of the 2019 football season. People are using the Arkansas Razorbacks as a meme, as a gif, as a joke, at least your day isn't going like this.
Yeah. Just when you thought the non-fair catch touchdown from a year ago.
Oh, yeah. I should know this, but I don't know who the Arkansas special teams is, Coach. But I have a feeling he's probably refreshing that resume. If he was the same guy that was here last year who gave up the non-fair catch, fair catch, I'm going to fake the fake fair catch touchdown against North Texas. Mm-hmm. And then if he called for this doozy of a play against Auburn, then it may be time to, that insurance sales isn't really that bad of an idea. You can make some pretty good money. What's Donnie Brewer doing now with one of his manufactured home dealerships up in Texarkana? I might could just drive down 49,
Morris saw that in practice.
And approved it.
And,
and thought, this is a good idea.
The design of the play is not so bad if the team's rushing the punt. But nobody rushes a punt anymore either.
You had one guy trailing the intended receiver behind the – and 2 guys waiting for him at the point where he was going to catch it.
Right.
And then you had a guy just kind of sitting there going, well, I guess this is coming to me. Oh, well, I think I can catch this because it looked like it might have been kicked. Is this a fair catch? What happened? So just realize this. And as much as I wanted to be able to bang on Adam Hester's Texas Longhorns, survive and advance.
You just got to win. That's what people got to realize.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's by 1. Adam, it doesn't matter if there's controversy.
Mm-hmm. Just got to win.
Just got to win. Who was it that beat Ole Miss on the out-of-conference game again? Cal. Remember earlier when Cal was undefeated?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it didn't matter. Controversy, non-controversy. Ole Miss was in. They weren't in on that touchdown. That kind of wasn't a touchdown that ended up not being a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
To Cal, it was a win. Got to win.
Because it was.
Doesn't matter.
They've lost 3 straight.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how you do it.
Mm-mm.
Mac Brown. Who's he? I'm thinking of Eddie Rabbit.
Was Mac Davis and
what?
Smokey and the Bandit? No. Cannonball Run.
Everybody was in Cannonball Run. Just assume it was a Cannonball Run.
So the dude from Cannonball Run is now quarterbacking Alabama. How many other Macs do you know? MAC. Mac Daddy.
The Mac Conference.
He's a 5-touchdown favorite over Arkansas. The Mac Jones-led Alabama Crimson Tide.
Mm-hmm.
That's not enough. Tua had surgery on his ankle. It's amazing how if one of us breaks our ankle or tears it up, we'll schedule for surgery in about, looks like 10 days. Tua was in and out of surgery Sunday morning. Surprised they didn't do it at in the stadium.
Performed in the stadium.
Yes. And Saban's got he's got a hospital room in his office where he goes and gets the blood of young people transfused into his body, Those gray shirts, come give blood. I'm not going to bleed my own blood. Sterile. Got 2 surgeons in there that never get to leave the room. Tua's going under the knife right now. Had the tightrope procedure done on his high ankle sprain. The bad news for Tua is he's got now 2 bad ankles. Well, it was the other ankle.
Yeah.
That is not a good situation to be
keep an eye on.
Yes, it is. Not going to if they allow Tua should be carried to, like he goes to class anyway, allegedly. There's probably this is what Saban's doing. He's keeping up with the students on the apps, right? Yeah. On who stays. There's probably like 20 kids that left the games early that have been kind of brought in as student assistants to the football program. Every one of them has to take turns giving Tua piggyback rides to class from wherever he is. Because that foot ain't touching the ground right now for another 2 weeks.
Got to be consequences.
Yes.
It's like Forrest carrying all his
Exactly. Right.
Mac is not one of these 5-star can't miss people either.
No, why aren't the other 2 kids that were their freshmen this year, Bear's grandson and the other Tua, or the other Tagovailoa? They, I guess, redshirting.
Yeah, maybe so. Jones has got a couple of years on him, so.
Now, Jones isn't Bear Bryant's grandson, is he?
I have
no idea. It's Davis. Isn't it Davis or whatever, Paul Davis?
I know he's on the team. I have no idea his name. This was a guy. The crystal ball for 24/7 was really on the mark with this. Had him as a 67% lean toward A&M, and the rest of it for Kentucky.
And he's
like,
going to be.
No, I'm just going to go to Alabama.
He's going to sit here behind. Dude, I get to go to Alabama, say I'm an Alabama football player for 4 years. I don't ever have to touch the field.
Yeah.
Tua's got this thing covered. I got Jalen. I got Tua. I'm sure there's going to be more kids better than me coming in. Dude, I get to walk around every now and then with a leather jacket. I get to tell stories about how Saban yelled at me in practice. I got to do what? I got to start? Oh, geez, who again? Arkansas? Oh, this is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. I get to literally earn my scholarship for one game.
Girls are going to talk to me. This is great.
Hooked on me. Mac Davis coaching the quarterback in the Alabama Crimson Tide this week.
Saban's like, here's a picture of Greg McElroy. This guy won a national championship.
Yes.
Just think of the possibility.
And here's what he sounds like now.
Yeah.
Ugh. This guy won a national championship. Do you think you can just beat Arkansas? Yes, sir, Coach. I'll give it everything. Stop it. Hand the ball off, and then throw the ball 30 yards toward the sideline towards any of these 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do that 15 times this game. We'll win 60-3. We'll block a punt. We might even block a kickoff. It's Arkansas, for Pete's sake.
Mm-hmm.
6:35 the time. Why am I a fan? Poor Darren McFadden. They brought him out for this game to honor him for the College Football Hall of Fame.
They play like New Mexico State or somebody.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Well, where do you start drawing the guarantees there for Arkansas? San Jose State, is that the one we're going to guarantee? Is that the big guarantee we should have had? Should have had the ceremony then?
You lost that one.
I know.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
All of those
if they would have planned it to bring him in then, that would have been worse than this.
All of those, anything that you were planning to do should have been at Portland State.
Yeah.
The
homecoming
game that you won by touchdown. Western Kentucky's coming up. They only lead their division in Conference USA, so surely nothing can happen.
And didn't
there.
Central Arkansas beat Western Kentucky like in week 1?
I'm not sure.
I think they lost to Central Arkansas. So, yes, Western Kentucky will beat Arkansas. There will be a transitive way where Arkansas is going to end up last place in the Southland Conference.
Maybe 2-10 again.
Yeah, they're going to be 2-10.
That's rough.
Maybe 3-9.
Yeah, Missouri at home.
Well, Western Kentucky.
Yeah, Missouri at home. Is Western Kentucky the Little Rock game, or is Missouri the Little Rock game?
I think Western Kentucky's Fayetteville. They've already done the Little Rock thing.
Okay.
So before long, Arkansas is going to end up playing home games in Eudora.
We want to tour the state and make sure everybody feels good about it.
Arkansas Razorbacks home game this week is in Hermitage, Arkansas, the home of the Hermitage Fighting Hermits.
Missouri game is at Little Rock.
Is it?
Yep. I thought that. I remembered that. Yeah.
That's what Arkansas should do. Start playing their games in high school stadiums. Tonight, it's a doubleheader. You get one ticket to the Dardanelle Sand Lizard game. You get a free one to the game tomorrow against Arkansas right here in the home of the Dardanelle Sand Lizards. Dardanelle takes on Mena Friday night. The Hogs versus Western Kentucky Saturday. It's 2 for 1. This is not the worst marketing idea that I've had.
State.
Barnstorming tour.
Sure.
Stuttgart Ricebird football on Friday. Hogs on Saturday. Come on out of that duck blind and catch a weekend full of football here in Stuttgart, Arkansas.
People just don't show up.
There's a bigger crowd on Friday than Saturday.
We're okay.
Oh, boy. 6:38. Tim Fletcher Show. Rogers and Adam and I. We're here. I'm in a good mood. You know, LSU looks fantastic. Saints are just blowing me away.
Mm-hmm.
And Dak shut up a few of the critics, but they'll be back.
Oh, sure they will.
You know.
Who do they play next week?
Exactly. Whomever it is, as soon as Dak has one underthrown pass, don't pay him. He doesn't deserve to get any kind of paycheck, much less $30 million a year. He doesn't deserve $10 an hour. Okay.
They play bye week.
Oh,
so another week. He gets to live it up.
Yeah, he's lucky. We'll be back in just a wee bit. Our show presented to you by the great folks over at Chill and Hill. I'm telling you right now, maybe that's what Arkansas needs to do. Just leave all the starters inside the cryotherapy chamber a little too long. Just freeze them. Thaw them out about 2 years from now, and they'll be like, keep their eligibility. You know, maybe game will have caught up to them by then.
I think that's what Dana Holgers is
trying to do. Yeah. Dana is trying to do that. Yes. Chill and Hill, 798-4325. If your young one was involved in a little football fracas this past weekend and they got bumps and bruises, still limping today as they head off to school, make that appointment, 798-4325. And local high school coaches, middle school coaches, I'm telling you right now, get in touch with Jennifer and her crew, 798-4325. So many different programs, Loyola, Calvary, are big fans of using cryotherapy at Chill and Hill to help their young football players. And this is not just for folks my age, Adam's age, Rogers' age. I'm saying for younger people, it really even helps them as well get that healing process, recovery process, shortens up the recovery time. Gets them back out there where they can go out and represent State U and Old Central High. 798-4325. 6:40 is the time. Campers RV Center and Power Sports, the Monday morning quarterback edition of the program, will return right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. There are so many banks around Shreveport-Bossier, almost you can't swing a dollar bill without hitting one, right? Well, that's kind of what I love about GBT. They are strategically located. Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, 3400 Line Avenue at Shreveport, East Texas next to the Bellagio in Bossier. And what they have done is just genius. They put real people inside those branches to take care of your problems. GBT, the great banking team. Football season is eating season for the Fletcher family, or at least for this Fletcher. And when it comes to eating, I like a good ham. Oh, man. I could eat ham for breakfast. Call it breakfast ham. I could eat a ham sandwich for lunch. And then I could polish off a bone-in ham for dinner. It's the Ham Fecta from Honey Baked Ham. Honey, please give me a Honey Baked Ham. Southfield Shopping Center. So your kiddo comes home from practice complaining about muscle aching, so tired. If you want that kiddo to be improving in football, band, cheerleading, dance squad, Hester, they got to get on the practice field.
Yes, they do.
Can't make the club in the tub.
Absolutely. Get
So
back out there.
Get back out. How do you do it?
Go to Chillin' Hill.
798-4325. You're a big fan. I'm a big fan.
Yep.
Imagine what it can do for teenagers.
Absolutely. Get to Norman Tech, get in the chamber, get back out on the field today.
798-4325. These are dark times for us chicken fans. One of our favorite places to eat on Uri Drive is closed for construction for a couple of months. But have no fear, Walk-Ons is here. They have got your chicken strips, your boneless chicken nuggets, your chicken sandwiches, your waffle fries. They've even got sweet and sour sauce packets, honey mustard packets to go with those chicken strip meals. And to make it even more convenient for you, 8 spots at the Walk-Ons parking lot for you to pull in and pick up. They will bring you your chicken with curbside service. Walk-Ons to save the day. Rogers, your pops was Mr. Shreveport, right?
Yes, he was. First ever.
Big muscle-bound guy.
Yes, he was.
You like muscles?
I do.
I like my cars with muscle.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. They basically are the Mr. Shreveport-Bossier of muscle cars.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, because they flex the Challenger and Chargers all the time. When you pull up next to one of those, it's almost like, is that Rogers Hampton Sr., like, embodied in a Challenger?
Especially the ones that were red, because he had red hair.
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
Edge Concrete Cutting. We cut floors, ceilings, walls, slabs, bridges, and more. Edge can handle your flat sawing, electrical slab sawing, core drilling, early entry sawing, concrete demo, and removal. Edge has the experience, personnel, and equipment to handle any job, ranging from large construction projects to small concrete cuts or coring jobs. Call Edge Concrete Cutting at 925-3745. That's Edge Concrete Cutting at 925-DRILL.
Hey everybody, this is Clint McCullough. Do you have what it takes to win the Bayou Bell Waste Survivor League? It's super easy. Pick one game a week for a chance to win $1,000 or more. Go check out the Tim Fletcher Show Facebook page for more info.
Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
6:44 is the time here on this lovely Monday, October 21st. Tim Fletcher Show, Rogers Hampton, Adam Hester. We are glad you're with us here, and there you go, Lito. Sorry, boss. Got to get out of here. Facebook will kick us off if we play it any longer than that. So here we go. You can call us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130, 320-1130. Text us on the Bayou Bell Waste Trash text line, 489-7453, 489-7453. Adam.
Yes.
Do we have any texts to get to over there, sir?
We do. From Bubba Winningham.
He was at that Tech game.
Mm-hmm. Louisiana Tech Bulldogs sit at 6-1 on the season. I think he got auto-corrected. It says call with a victory over the other University of Alabama. The Bulldogs will likely finish the season 11-1.
Mm-hmm.
If the Bulldogs follow that up with a 6th consecutive bowl victory, the 12-1 Louisiana Tech Bulldogs football program will be looking for a new head coach next year. I hope this text does not age well. Signed, Bubba.
Huh.
How old is
Skip?
Skip?
He's Rogers, he's older than us, isn't he? Or he's our age. He's right at 54, 55, 56-ish.
He is 55.
Okay. He's old then.
He'd be 56 before
he's
next
Rogers' age. Oof, that is old. Rogers is almost a year. I think he may literally be a year older than me, depending on what time you were born. Oh, you are. You're a day. Yeah, a year and a day. Yeah.
You think he would want one more shot to sort of prove he could do it? At a bigger conference, I guess.
So does Lovey keep his job now because of the win over Wisconsin?
Absolutely.
It's a top 6. You beat a top 6 team.
Yeah.
Alumni got to be happy.
Sure.
So isn't Moorhead almost destined to be the Rutgers coach? Isn't that right?
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, it's almost like it's kind of like a given. He's going to leave Starkville for Rutgers.
You get away from these people and get back up north.
Exactly. Have you heard the cowbells? Do you know? I didn't think it was this nuts.
I do hope those cowbells.
I talk to Chad sometimes about that. Like I thought my fans are nuts. He said mine are worse than his.
That's such a weird, maybe not. Maybe you go back up there and you win 8 games and you get a statue. Who knows?
Is Schiano still persona non grata in college football because of the stain that kept him from getting the Tennessee gig?
At least for a couple more years. And then nobody will remember. Then everybody will be like, sure, after that.
But his success did come, right there in Rutgers. He won there.
Absolutely.
And
now that is Big Ten Rutgers.
Yeah.
As opposed to Big
East.
Yeah, Big East.
So where else would Skip go? And once again, Cart placed a few houses in front of the horses here. But where would he go?
What other jobs are going to be open? Morris gets another year, right?
Yeah, Chad will get another year. He's got his kid coming. He's got Jerry Jones.
Maybe not a full year, but it just depends on how next year goes.
I'll look at we can look at the 2020 schedule, and there's probably a line of demarcation where, if you get here without X number of wins, then they probably do move on.
I don't think he'd be going back to South Florida. That job will probably be open, though.
Probably. But, why would he go back there? Why would they want to get back there?
Right.
Yeah, they've all tried that.
Sure.
Is there, who's
Florida State?
Now, Florida State comes calling. It's kind of hard to turn that down.
It's kind of hard to turn that down. Yeah.
But would Florida State go with a 55-year-old as opposed to, hey, we're looking for the next Sean McVay?
Right.
We want a 22-year-old. We're looking for an undergrad to come in here who really understands the analytics part of this.
I don't think anybody. Virginia Tech's 5-2 all of a sudden. So
right.
I don't.
One day's safe.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in the Coastal has really got to worry about it this year.
No. Big 12, Texas Tech just had their hire.
I don't see any job coming open in the Big 12 this year.
Heck, speaking of Tech coaches, who gets more attention at the end of the season? Sonny Dykes or Skip Holtz? Sonny has had the Power 5.
Yeah.
Didn't quite work out that well.
Yeah, well, there's a lot worse places than SMU.
Yeah.
And you're at least in the AAC, and he's making 5. Is that what he's making now, or is that what he made at Cal?
Probably with the Cal money, maybe.
Maybe so.
And SMU, by the way, just received the largest private donation the school's ever had for their business school. Like a $50 million donation from a family. And part of it's going to help out with the academic side for the athletic department, too.
You could do a lot worse.
There's some money flowing through that school. Skip. Odom at Mizzou in trouble? Losing to Vandy on the road?
No, I wouldn't. Nah.
Now,
that seems kind of harsh.
What about Vanderbilt, Rogers? Derek Mason. A lot of people have been talking about Derek Mason's job was in jeopardy. As a matter of fact, after the game, after a win, He was asked about his job security. How do you think Derek Mason took it? Let's hear from him.
Coach, you've answered questions about your job security all week long, and this team comes out and upsets a ranked Missouri team. What are you feeling right now?
Well, first of all, honor to God. It's been a rough patch, man, but I told my team this, and I want everybody to understand this, okay? A lot of people want this job, so they think, but I'm the man that's built for this job. Every day, man, we grind. We grind. Don't question us. Don't question who we are, what we do, or how we play. We're Vanderbilt men. Commodores anchoring down.
So I don't know what the last thing that Derek Mason. Yeah. You notice how he started off, all glory to God, everything's fine, and then he ended up,
Saint rule! What did he just say?
He got a little agitated.
Yeah.
Speaking of agitated.
Yeah, we'll get to him too in a little bit. Did he say I'm the man built for this job? Or yeah. And I think that there is some validity to that. I think Derek Mason is built to be the Vanderbilt head coach.
Well, we don't think so.
The captain from Captain Antonil would be the person I would choose. He wears a sailor's cap.
He's the dragon, for God's sakes.
Is he alive or not?
He's dead.
Oh. Does he have a son?
Maybe. Tennille's still around.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
What about Robin Williams? Oh, him too?
Him too.
Oh.
Did Kelly Bryant play in the game?
Yes.
I think so.
I couldn't remember if he was hurt or not.
Yeah.
What about the Plumlee kid?
Oh, boy.
This is Mason's 6th year as the coach.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've got the quote here. It's been a rough patch, but, man, I told my team this, and I want everybody to understand this, okay? A lot of people want this job, so they think, but I'm the man that's built for this job. Huh.
Good for him.
Good for him. I like Derek Mason.
Yeah. That's not an easy job.
No.
not in the slightest.
No.
A lot of people think they want this job.
No, really? So I don't think that job's necessarily going to come open.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, fire a guy who's got no talent, comparatively speaking, who's got to, win over a ranked team.
Got to hold up the academic standard for the rest of the conference.
Right.
What about Indiana? Who's their head coach? They're 5-2.
They hired a guy like 2 years ago. And Adam, he had Ohio State ties?
Tom Allen. This is his 3rd year.
Yeah.
5-7, 5-7. So he's already matched the win total. 5-2.
Tom Allen, he had ties to something.
Aren't there like 12 coaches that came from Ohio State right now?
Well, hang on.
Something ridiculous.
His are, he was, Arkansas State, Ole Miss, South Florida, and then Indiana.
What was he at South Florida?
D.C.
Okay.
Defensive coordinator at Indiana for 1 year. Remember, didn't they have a coach that was like yelling at players and like pushing and beating up on players and got canned? And
guy from Oklahoma.
Yeah. And then I think he was the interim for that remainder of the year and then kind of got the gig.
He was the coach in the bowl game.
Yep.
And that was his prior head coaching experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
He took over the team after the other coach berated the players and got canned. And players stood up for him. We want this guy. And he got the job, and he's won 5 games each of the last 2 seasons.
And he's got 5 more this year.
He is a Newcastle, Indiana native, so there is some Hoosier blood.
That's not an easy job either.
No, it's not.
Is Michigan State going to be open because of what's going on behind the scenes?
It will be, I think. But, again, if you're Michigan State, are you going to satisfy your boosters by hiring Skip or by hiring somebody? That's not a knock on Skip. I think Skip would be a great coach at any school out there.
No, I know what you mean.
But you got to have the 35-year-old. I want Lincoln Riley. If I can't have him, I want Lincoln Riley 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that? Who's that guy? Blake Anderson of Arkansas State is going to be a hot commodity. And you got to wonder, with the passing of his wife, does he kind of want to – does that make him want to stay in Jonesboro? Does that make him want to kind of go somewhere? He's got to be in a pretty tough situation. Well, you know he's in a tough situation. Yeah. His wife passed away earlier this season. But he's a really good coach. And Arkansas State has sent people on to the next level quite a bit. So that's a guy to kind of keep an eye on. What about Shaka Smart?
Fingers crossed. Somebody texted in, Big Ten Northwestern is 1-5. Oh, this is Bubba. Big Ten Northwestern is 1-5, loser of 4 in a row. They ain't firing Fitzgerald. He was 9-5 last year, 10-3 the year before, 10-3 in 2015.
And they just got like a $100 million athletic complex that he spearheaded.
And he is their guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's Northwestern through and through.
It's going.
He's like the Brian Shaw of he's the Brian Shaw of Northwestern. That no matter what happens, you're going to be our coach until you decide to go somewhere else on your own.
He's going to have a couple of bad years, 3 bad years. I mean, it's going to take something.
Have you seen their facilities overlooking Lake Michigan, by the way?
They're kind of nice.
Kind of nice.
Bubba also says Sonny is going to turn 50.
Sonny's a little younger.
But not in his 30s by any means.
No, he's not. And I don't even know who the next Lincoln Riley is going to be.
They all look the same.
You know who's going to be a hot coaching prospect and major job opportunities in college football, buddy? And it's Joe Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even pro. Yeah. Maybe he might even, he'll get a couple looks for either OC or.
I had that same thought over the weekend, yeah.
So somebody's going to offer that dude a head coaching job. And he's probably going to take it. Why would you not?
Yeah.
Be 30 years old and be a Division I head coach somewhere? If it's the right gig?
If it's the right gig.
UCLA? USC? If you want to try to make a splash out at USC, would you make a phone call to Joe Brady?
That's a big leap.
That's a huge leap.
Yeah.
But they've tried everything else and it hasn't worked.
Right.
Should have given the job to Orgeron when they had him. Why not take Orgeron's right-hand man right now?
If the Cardinals don't fire their head coach after one season to hire Kingsbury, he's probably already the interim head coach because he would have been their OC.
Wait, say that again?
Kingsbury was going to be the OC at USC. He was there.
Oh, yeah.
If not for the Cardinals firing their coach after a year and him getting that job,
he would have been the Southern Cal.
He'd be the interim head coach right now.
Yes.
I believe that.
They don't have one on staff that they can put in place.
Right.
Is the only reason they haven't done it already.
Right.
Chip Kelly is more than likely out at UCLA, depending on his buyout soon. Because UCLA is fallen. They're behind Arizona State now. They're behind Arizona now.
But they've beaten Stanford and that ridiculous comeback against it's just,
the Washington State thing bought him a couple of weeks, but at the end, what's their record?
They just beat Stanford, didn't they, last week?
Yeah, they did.
They're such a weird team. Quarterback's not bad, but he's I don't know. They right now are 2-5. They beat Stanford last week, and
they came back from 35 down in the fourth quarter or whatever to beat.
Yeah, that's crazy comeback. Yeah, they're ahead of Colorado in the division. Arizona State's still ranked. That's the team that's right
Colorado's another one. How long has that dude been there?
He's not been there long.
It's like his third year, right? Because he came from, was it Utah? No. Was he on Whittingham's staff?
Remember, a guy took him to a decent bowl game, and then 2 years later was out of there.
Right.
Let's see.
No, the Colorado coach, he came from the SEC, didn't he? Isn't he an Alabama guy? They're in the Pac-12.
I see that. I'm going to the end of the predictions here. They must be in the other division. Did they leave them out of the magazine? There we go.
Phil still made one mistake.
Mel Tucker. This is his first year.
Mel Tucker.
Yeah. He played at Wisconsin. No previous head coaching experience.
He was the interim head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, he was the Alabama DB coach, associate head coach, then Georgia defensive coordinator for 3 years. That's what it was.
Georgia, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Knew he came
that
from
all
the
rings
SEC.
the bell now.
Yep. Mel Tillis.
Colorado didn't go to a bowl game from 2007 to 2016.
Wow. It's so hard not to go to a bowl game in a 10-year stretch.
I mean, think remember how good they were?
Yes.
For like a while?
Allie and I would go coach there. We love Colorado.
Yeah, they fired the guy. McIntyre was his name.
Yeah.
They were 10-4 in 2016, went to the Pac-12 title game, went to the Alamo Bowl, decent bowl game.
Yeah.
And they fired the guy because he went 5-7 2 years in a row after that. Perhaps maybe he should have had one more year.
Getting a text. No one is hiring Holtz.
Is this the tech people who, like, what are you mad about? Or are they just saying that because they don't want him to leave?
I don't know. They're saying that because they don't want him to leave, or they're saying that because they think he's not that good of a coach.
How many years does he have to do it over and over? Like, I don't understand.
And here's the thing that I've always said about Skip. Now, this year, I think he held on to just about every coach. But typically, he's replacing an OC or a DC like every other year because they go off and get better, higher-paying gigs,
Right.
So he's still done this with kind of moving parts for a coaching staff at a school that is not the easiest to recruit superb athletes to, as far as, hey, here's what we get to do for nightlife, and here's all the attractions of our city. It's a small town.
Yeah,
it's a great school, but I don't know how many kids that you're recruiting to play football are so wrapped up in the nanotechnology and the engineering department.
Hey, they got a Bertolos now.
And they do have a Bertolos. The walk-ons down, just down the road, Westman Road, almost like East Ruston. Squire Creek's out there. But it's not the easiest place to get kids
No, it isn't.
to come to. And they've done a great job recruiting. I saw where someone mentioned that Robertson is we got 2 more years of him in the secondary. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
He going after this year. He's really
Is he draft eligible now?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Okay.
So he is gone like Donkey Kong, I would assume. 7:03 the time. Adam, got a couple of texts to get to before we head to the break or not?
We have 12 of them.
Well, let's hold on to them then.
All right.
And I tell you what, Rogers, during this SEC update, after we get the South Carolina score, how long is that soundbite from Will Muschamp?
It is 31 seconds.
Let's get to that here during the SEC update.
This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day.
So South Carolina was bucking for their second straight upset, but Kyle Trask threw 4 touchdowns to rally the Gators to a 38-27 win over South Carolina. Head coach Will Muschamp didn't really see eye to eye with some of the officiating and drew a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct that he was asked about after the game.
Do you know why you got the unsportsmanlike?
No, I don't. The guy ran 40 yards away and dropped a flag. I have no idea.
What is your...
I'd rather him drop it on my feet.
Did you say anything?
Yeah.
No, prior to the flag?
Yeah.
Something that you think warranted an unsportsmanlike?
It's not my judge. Drop it on my feet next time.
So clearly you were unhappy about the totality
I'm
of
not going to comment about anything else. Don't go 40 yards away and drop a flag. How about that?
I love Will.
Will Muschamp.
Yeah.
This is your SEC update. Will Muschamp. Drop it on my feet, not 40 yards away. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from
Tuesday
hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street.
7:05 the time. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 the Tiger with Rogers Hampton, Adam Hester. We will return our show presented to you by the fine folks over at Walker Spring and Brake. Been around since 1928.
Your brakes are going to be put to the test today with those wet roads out there, so please make sure that you are stopping well in advance. And if you are having some trouble there, if there's a little sponginess or a grinding of the brakes, get in touch with Randy's crew over Walker Spring and Brake, 222-0671. Landon Grambling will be more than happy to get your appointment set up and get that vehicle taken care of. Walker Spring and Brake, 1041 Jordan in Shreveport, Louisiana, 222-0671. We'll be back right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Time to start the bird seed.
Watch out for the seagulls.
Oh, my head! Are you okay?
United Healthcare helps connect you to care whenever you need it, like video chatting with a doctor right from your phone.
So I don't need stitches?
Nope, just put some antibiotic cream on it.
Great, thank you, doctor.
United Healthcare. Health plan benefits may vary.
When you fire up a John Deere 1 Series tractor, you can tackle the job without wrestling the attachments. Hook up everything from a front loader to a drive-over mower deck in no time. So you can haul gravel, cut grass, or do any job in between. Because when things just click, work just gets done. And now get a 1 Series for just $99 a month at your nearest participating John Deere dealer. Nothing runs like a Deere. Run with us. Search John Deere 1 Series for more. 0% annual percentage rate. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
In Louisiana, there are thousands of miles of utility lines and gas pipelines buried just beneath the surface, sometimes multiple lines in one area. So if you or a contractor you hire is digging a hole to put in a new fence or a pool or for any other reason, you run the risk of hitting underground lines even by digging just a few inches. And then what happens? Maybe you knock out power to your neighborhood, and sometimes it's even worse. Sometimes there's an explosion with injuries or possibly even death. It does happen every year, and there's a simple way to avoid it. Before you dig, call 811. That's right, just call 811 2 days before you dig and tell the operator your address. Someone will come out and mark the locations of the buried lines so you and your contractor can avoid them. It's simple, right? And it's free of charge. And it's the law. Louisiana One Call operates 811 as a public service, and to promote public safety, Louisiana One Call and 1130 The Tiger reminds you, call 811 and know what's below before you dig.
The great thing about facts, they're proven. Like the fact that crude oil contains impurities, or that base oil made from natural gas is 99.5% free of impurities. And the fact that Pennzoil is the first synthetic motor oil made from natural gas, not crude oil. It gives you unbeatable engine protection. The proof is in the Pennzoil. Based on Sequence 4A wear test using SAE 5W30. Get a $100 travel reward credit with a full synthetic oil change through October 31st, 2019. Terms apply. Visit pennzoil.com/travel on.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Hey everybody, welcome back. 11:30 The Tigers, 7:09 the time. Jerry Bird said, "How can we not play the sound bite? Include the gutless at the end." I'm like, "Yeah, well, they cut off at the source." Will Muschamp, gutless. He had the angry librarian look, as someone said on Twitter. Reading glasses down at the end of his nose.
The glasses thing's hilarious.
I told you to put those periodicals back where they came from, young man. Monday morning quarterback edition of the program brought to you by Campers RV Center and Power Sports. The fun life starts here. 35th anniversary deals are still going on all month long. Oh, yeah. Rogers, it is simply amazing what you can now slide in to a camper for
And I mean have the most luxurious. Here's a 2019 Forest River XLR Boost 20CB. Typically it's $38,400. They've got it right now for $26,995. It's got a spring assist ram door in the back for whether you've got a toy hauler or whatever you want to put back there. They've got full-size sleeping in the bulkhead of it with a full-size tub. That's right, a full-size tub inside this. This thing is enormous with the full-size kitchen, full-size bed, great living space, and then room to sleep 3 more in the back for $26,995. This pull-behind trailer is yours for $26,995, part of the incredible 35th anniversary sale deals going on at Campers RV Center and Power Sports. The fun life starts here. Sticking with the college football here for a little while. Real quick, Huntington High School and Turner Middle School are closed today because of they're without electricity. So Huntington High School, Turner Middle School, and elementary are closed today because of power outage. That's not that far from here.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. Take a right, and then take a right, and then take a left. You're there. So, free day for the kids. Now a lot of parents are like, what am I going to do with the kids? Got to go to work. I think they should still go to school. You can still teach in a power outage.
Right.
It's going to be cool. Just open the windows.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we didn't have power for many days at our school. We had to generate it on our own.
Covered wagons.
Kids in the smoking shed, they got to go smoke, but they also had to crank the wheel to generate the electricity. Their lung capacity wasn't exactly what it should have been when they were smoking.
I think you understand keeping teenagers like focus and attention.
I think being in the dark would keep them nice and focused in it.
Right.
What could possibly go wrong with 1,100 teenagers in one building with no power? Bad idea, you think?
Yeah, I think they probably made the right call.
Well, I think this generation's a little soft. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, 489-7453, 489-7453. Hester, what do we have on the Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line? All right.
Loved how all the national media know-it-alls had the Bears as their best bets of the week.
Yeah. What was it, the Fox pregame? Everybody picked the Bears?
Whatever Rich Eisen's on, they went all Bears, too. Saw that graphic.
I just did not see, Bears are horrible. And they brought it up during the game, but all you had to do was look and see, wait a minute, this Bears offense is trash.
Yeah, the offense is not very good.
They are the only team not to have a 300-yard total offense day, and they still haven't. And that's with getting 127 yards on the final 2 drives. And they still only had 252 yards.
Mm-hmm. They're somehow 3-3.
Well, the win on the season opener, right, against the Packers, was just a horrible
football game. And then that's the Packers only lost, by the way.
Right.
No, the Packers won that game.
I thought the Bears won that game. Was it Packers won it 10-7?
Packers won.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what are the Bears wins then?
The Bears wins.
Do you remember a Bears win, Rogers?
They won 3 in a row after that. Remember they had that Broncos, that weird game with them. They ended up kicking the field goal to win it at the end.
Yep.
Went to Washington, beat the Redskins.
That's right.
And then had one of the Kirk Cousins' finished wins over the Vikings before Kirk Cousins wasn't finished.
And did something no player has ever done in NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
300-plus yards and a quarterback rating over 130 in 3 straight games.
The Bears could easily be 5-1. They had the loss in London to the Raiders by a field goal, and they had that Packers game, that 10-3 game.
But they are trash offensively.
They aren't very good on offense. David Montgomery is like, they're not even giving him a chance.
No.
I don't understand
I
that.
didn't get that at all.
Yeah.
See, who was the Saint that patted Tariq Cohen on the head?
Two of them made fun of his height. Apple and somebody else.
Because somebody patted him on the head after a play, like, "Go, Leo, you get little bit." Yeah.
Because people, it was karma. Because now Eli Apple's hurt. It's like, really?
I don't think that karma
really
works that way.
So stupid.
If there is such a thing as karma.
Who tore his ACL? Ha ha ha! Because he patted him on the head. You're celebrating that. Which,
right.
Then he didn't even. It's like a hyperextended knee.
Right. He's going to probably miss maybe a week.
Yeah.
Going to the bye week. It'd be better.
Are just dumb.
But the fact that people were just jumping all over the Bears, I was like, okay. I was concerned, obviously, because we're watching the Saints play without Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Jared Cook had come along and become a nice little safety net for Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
Do the safety net. So it was a little good, but this defense was not going to give up 20-something, 30 points to the Bears.
Yeah.
They weren't going to have to score that much to win this game.
It was going to have to be a 12-10 kind of a game, yeah.
And there is still a guy named Michael Thomas still playing. And Latavius Murray seems to have kind of caught his stride here the last two games.
Mm-hmm.
Defense was pretty healthy. And Mitch Trubisky is not very good. Golly, geez, did y'all see the fourth down play that he had where he threw the ball 10 yards past the receiver? It was like the last gasp effort, before the 2 touchdowns at the end. When I think it was still 26-something, where a touchdown with like 9 minutes to go, maybe they, hope is still not completely dimmed. Fourth down, he rolls out to the right and throws it like 10 yards over his receiver's head. Like, how do you not, and he's almost throwing it away. How do you not at least throw it toward him to make him, if you get intercepted, so what?
Yeah.
Maybe that was my problem. I get intercepted, so what? Big deal.
They trade up to get him.
Yeah, they did. That's one of the deals. They traded up to get him.
Mahomes was in that draft, and one. Who was the other one?
Watson, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, the knock on Trubisky coming out, remember, was he only started for 1 year at North Carolina.
Right.
Because he transferred in there. Isn't that right?
I think so.
JR joins us right now on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Hello, JR. What's going on, buddy?
Good morning, Fletch.
How you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, I hadn't watched much of the Bears, I guess, but that opening weekend game and against the Packers. Did they beat the Packers that game?
Packers won that game, 10-7.
They won that game.
10-3.
10-3.
Well, anyway,
10-3.
All I heard about was, the national media talking about how great the Bears were. They looked like garbage. I mean, it was just like you were saying. I was shocked by how horrible they were, and I thought the Raiders would have put up more of a fight than they did against the Packers.
The Raiders, when David Carr reached for the pylon and fumbled the ball through the end zone, it's everything from that point forward went downhill. They could have had 7, and I think the Packers ended up driving down and scoring before the half, right? After that fumble through the end zone.
Then I think they scored again right after half, so it was 14 points.
Yes.
Off of that one play.
Correct.
And I guess I was, obviously I was surprised by the Eagles, but when you turn the ball over like that, it can make anybody, have a tough time. I guess I was kind of shocked that Seattle, lost. No. I figured they would have won that game.
Not at all. Not at all.
So that was Wilson basically having a great bad game in that one.
That's
I think he threw one interception, and that DJ fumbled it there at the end.
You give me the cards.
Those
are tainted now.
Yeah, the Seahawks I didn't see that one coming. That's one that I was like, okay.
I was worried about that one all week.
I still think I buy into the Seahawks' mystique at home, even though the Saints went up there and won.
I said both their losses are at home.
Yeah. Now I think we're starting to kind of understand that.
He's got to be perfect or close to perfect every game. He's got to do something unbelievable every game because that defense is not what you think that defense is. Like, those guys are gone. They've got Wagner, yeah. They got Reed back from suspension, which is nice. Clowney's he's been all right.
The play that they're highlighting today, guys, have you seen it where Lamar just kind of tosses it 56 yards down the field, and they let Jadeveon Clowney come in untouched on purpose.
Yep.
With a beeline to Lamar Jackson, and all he did is just take one step over.
Right. He can't. If he doesn't get it initially, like, he can't adjust to it. It's weird.
He's got one speed and it's forward,
right.
And it's fast, and that's all there is to it. And once he gets, if he gets his hands on you, he's trouble to deal with.
Ziggy Ansah didn't play again. Saints dodged a bullet there.
Yeah,
he's hurt all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Saints wanted him bad.
And when you look at how go ahead.
And I guess the other surprising one to me was the Texans losing. I didn't see
Well,
Colts aren't bad.
The
Colts are pretty good. They're big fans of Jacoby Brissett in that locker room, and they were playing in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
and it's a division game. You're going to get your best, and Brissett was just on fire. And the pass protection for Watson that's been there the last 2 games kind of disappeared yesterday. They got after him pretty good. He hadn't been sacked the previous 2 games after leading the league basically and being sacked the first 4, but he was sacked a couple more times yesterday. And Brissett just actually played a little bit better game than Deshaun did. Watson's another guy that he doesn't have a whole lot of help as far as a running game, as far as an offensive line. Now, granted, he's got some pretty nice receivers to throw the ball to, much better than Russell Wilson does. But the Texans kind of ride or die with if Deshaun is 325 and 4 touchdowns, they win.
Yeah.
He has just about everything to do with their success. And if he doesn't get protected, then it's tough for him to kind of perform, just like most quarterbacks. I am still a Deshaun Watson fan. I still think he's fantastic.
Yeah, I left the weekend thinking that the Colts were better than I thought, and the Vikings, that they could give the Packers a run for their money there in the North.
Yeah,
but
they can.
I guess are the Colts now in first place in that division?
Yeah, by a half game. They've played 1 fewer game than the Texans, right, Rogers? Texans are 4-3, Colts are 4-2.
And as bad as the Redskins and the Dolphins are, the Falcons have got to be a close, well, obviously third by record, but them and the damn Bengals, they're going to give those 2 teams a run for their money by the time the season's over, I think.
The Bengals are just, I think they're the worst team in football. I think they're worse than the Dolphins.
Don't they play pretty soon?
Week 16.
Oh, is it that late? Okay.
Yeah. Someone said that game needs to be flexed to Sunday night.
Yes.
We need Bengals-Dolphins for all the Tua marbles that we possibly can get. But, the Redskins have got their win. They beat Miami. I think the Bengals are worse than the Dolphins.
Really? Worse than the Falcons?
Yeah, I think they're worse than the Falcons. I think the Bengals are the worst.
Atrocious. Yeah.
Dalton yesterday just looked like I just don't care.
Yeah.
Here, take it. I don't want this anymore. Either Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, or Jalen Hurts will be a Cincinnati Bengal next year. That is one of the safest bets I think you can make.
Well, let's hope the Dolphins keep their I don't care attitude going for at least another week.
Well, I think you'll be fine.
We got a Monday night. I think that's a get back in the good graces game for Mason and the Steelers.
Probably so. I think you'll be A-okay on that one.
All right, man.
All right, buddy.
Have a good day.
You too, JR. Speaking of the Dolphins, they were right in this thing, man, against the Bills, and then you know who, with a pick at the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
Former Green Oaks Giant, Tre'Davious White, and then he forced a fumble in the second half.
Doing his best to keep me alive in Survivor.
Oh, you had the Bills. You're still alive?
I am.
Still alive.
Problem is everybody's picking just whoever's playing the Dolphins now, so it's like
it's going to come up where they can't
at some
pick
point
the Patriots.
they can't.
Yeah,
right.
The Bayou Bellway Survivor Pool. Let's see how many. Well,
we didn't lose too many yesterday. I don't think. I think most people had Buffalo because now everybody's kind of picked through those handful of top teams.
There were a couple of Jaguars picks.
Yeah, there were. But there were a lot of Bills logos when I looked yesterday.
Lots of Bills,
yeah.
lots of Bills, lots of Bills.
Yep.
Dollar bills, y'all. Rams, Niners. We were down to 66 the week before, and we do lose 2.
Yeah. It wasn't many. I knew that.
The Sodfather and Gerald 16 are gone because of the Giants and Seahawks losing.
They could have called me. I could have told them about the Seahawks.
Probably could have told them about the Giants, too.
That's another one of those Cardinals. Why on earth was that the game for most of the country yesterday, too?
The Rookies.
Ugh.
Starring Robert Orick. Wasn't he in the Rookies?
Was that an actual
Bobby
show?
Orick. You don't remember the Rookies?
Was that
back in the 70s? Come on.
It was a show. I could verify that.
Yep. Because it was on about the time SWAT was. 72 to 76.
4 seasons. Wow.
Michael Ontkeen was in it. There you go. And a guy who looks a little bit like Bill Hader at first glance. But it's not Bill Hader. Because this guy is a little bit older.
Yeah, probably so.
And this was 1972.
Kate Jackson was in. And some other guys.
Michael Ontkeen was the guy that was also in Twin Peaks. Right? Yeah. He was the sheriff, Harry S. Truman. I remember my Rookies. It's prime ABC time, buddy. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. Before we take a time out here at 7:27, a quick reminder for you that Chevyland has got their Trucktober month's deal still just lights out. 2019 Silverado LT Crew Cab. This thing has got what you want. Trailering package, which I like that idea. Heated seats. Rogers likes that better than the cooling seats. Keyless start. I'm always envious of the people who get to start their vehicles while it's raining or cold or warm and get to get things going. There's kind of a jealousy thing for me there. Dual climate control. You're hot, she's cold. You can take care of it. Power seat. No more of this crank, 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 lift. You know, that's for the plebe. That's for the non-Vandy man. All for $29,995. 2019 Silverado Crew Cab LT for $29,995. Chevyland, we care about you. 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport. Adam, what's going on in the Bayou Bellways Trash text line?
We have 22 messages.
Oh, geez.
Coach Todd Sharp says PSA, no school at Captain Shreve today either. Power is out.
Really?
Yep.
Why isn't our power out so we could go home?
Or further down Linwood.
Power's out here. Power's out here.
I didn't know what Rogers was doing for a second. I was like,
I knew exactly what he was doing. I knew exactly.
I was looking down at the phone, and I was like, whoa. Power's out. So Captain Shreve, Huntington, and Turner that we know of, right? So far?
So far.
Okay. G-Money Don, what was the final over-under on the Saints game? Was 38.5. On Friday, we said take the over. We all said take the over.
Yep. And I believe it stayed at 38.5.
I see somewhere where Michigan is favored against Notre Dame, or at least was on one book.
That cannot be true.
For the opening.
That can't be true.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was on Twitter somewhere.
How long do they give Harbaugh?
I think we got a text about that earlier when we were talking about coaches and possibly being available.
Harbaugh's probably going to get an NFL look, huh? And it just is not working out.
I think he and Lincoln Riley will both be heavily pursued, I would imagine. Tiger Biker, is the special teams coach job at Arkansas open today after that fake punt?
I think that's just it. I think that it was open beforehand. That they get the fans get to be special teams coach for a game.
Doing the LSU thing from was it last year or 2 years ago? We don't need a special teams coordinator. We're just all going to pitch in.
Yeah. I think Ed's kind of wizened up since then.
Smooth operator, if Ted Ginn could catch, and if the refs don't make a horrible call on the punt return touchdown, this would have gotten ugly a lot earlier. Goes without saying, the Saints seem to have struck gold again with this rookie class. The rookie DB from Florida is a baller.
They've done a very good job scouting. Ramchick just dominated Khalil Mack yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
That's
If that's a hold, by the way, then you might as well just throw a flag on every play.
The penalties, by the way, from 2 years ago were 11.9 penalties per game, I think, in the NFL. Last year it was like 12.9. They're at 14.5 per game this year. They're calling more penalties than ever before.
And only 7 pass interference calls have either been overturned or whatever, but only one of those was a coach's challenge. The other 6 were from the booth. So what's the point?
It's
Pete Carroll tries it twice a week, and he's the only guy that's got
giving
one.
it a shot.
And the only reason he got it was because it was a makeup call because Russ got destroyed helmet to helmet. They didn't call it, and you could tell it was a makeup call.
Refereeing is the end of the Chargers-Titans game.
Oh, my God, yeah.
They never made a call on whether it was a touchdown or not, but just said the previous play is under review. And people were like, well, what's the call? What, are you reviewing it as a touchdown or are you reviewing it as a fumble? Which one? We don't know. We're just going to review it. So we don't have a baseline to check in on.
We're going to let the camera make the call for us.
We're going to let the camera make the call for us. That's exactly what they should have said. We don't know what the hell happened. We're going to review because we are hoping that there's a camera angle that bails us out.
That's exactly what it was.
They were afraid to call it a fumble on the field because they didn't know. They were afraid to call it a touchdown on the field because they didn't know. And so if a call is never made, is the play ever completed? It's almost like you got to be Socrates or Plato to do these type of things.
318 sends us the picture with proof. Michigan at the moment is a 2.5-point favorite.
Wow.
Hosting Notre Dame.
Good gosh. How?
They're at home.
They bought into the Michigan offense being a little bit better this past week. Shea played better.
Yeah, they dropped a bunch of balls.
But they're still not good.
No, they're not.
Ugh. Once again, where's Bain when you need him when these two teams get together?
Draco, does Jeremy Pruitt get fired this morning after grabbing the face mask on TV?
Wasn't a good look.
He's not going to get fired.
Not going to get fired.
No.
Fulmer will have to call him in and say, that's a good job. I got to tell you publicly it's horrible. I've done the same thing. I'm old school. Players nowadays don't take to that. It's not good.
It's another game, too, where the other team's done some things against Alabama to make you think that maybe a better team down the road is going to have some success. Tennessee was very unfortunate to not be in that game at the end.
They moved the ball against Alabama. And that's, I think they've got their quarterback now. His job may actually be saved for a year based on that they played pretty well.
Yeah.
Compared to the grabbing the kid by the face mask hurts him.
Right.
Playing well means more to Phil Fulmer, I think.
I think so, too.
Than the face mask grab.
Draco also says, I had Murray on the bench yesterday. I have no business playing fantasy football. I am terrible. A lot of people might not.
A lot of people would have had him on the bench.
Right.
I have a guy in our big league scored 41 points yesterday in fantasy football. You just can't help it sometimes. He had one of my
good Lord,
my big teams.
I had one player score that much.
I had Thielen go out.
Yeah, he went out early.
A touchdown.
Yeah.
I had two other players that went out. Matt Ryan and Thielen were my quarterback and receiver. So what the heck?
Matt Ryan being out is – I've got Hooper, whichever it is. I've got Hooper, and I traded for Ridley on that team. So I've got them both on that team. And now I've got Matt Schaub, who apparently still plays football, as their quarterback.
Matt Schaub, who I guarantee you this morning he's talking to his wife, I don't really know if I want to do this. It was okay kind of just watching Matt go out there and do stuff. He said, but now I've got to be behind that horrible offensive line. We're going to get killed. They want to call in sick today, sweetie. Can you back me up on this? Like if they call, will you answer the phone? Tell Coach Quinn that just tell him power's out and that I overslept something. Come up with an excuse for me. I really don't want to be the quarterback for this team.
8 days to the trade deadline, by the way. And we've already seen a couple of moves. I think there's maybe going to be more than we're used to.
Sanders will get moved from Denver.
Yep.
Who else? Heck, A.J. Green will probably get moved from Cincinnati.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you move him and get what you could? Why wouldn't he want to leave?
They sat out Drake yesterday. Kenyon Drake for the Dolphins only played 2 plays.
He's expected to be
to be moved out. And there was somebody else. Did Malcolm Brown play for the Rams yesterday? Or it was Henderson kind of the backup to Gurley? There was somebody somewhere, and I thought it was on the West Coast, that the backup running back, who's actually had some pretty decent efforts this week or this year, was also held to like 2 offensive snaps that they're saying that got to think that he was held out to protect him for trade bait.
Didn't they just draft that other guy?
Henderson's drafted out of Memphis this year. He was the He was the kid that set all the records at Memphis with Pollard being his backup.
Right.
Kind of like the Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris situation. Get the guy with less tread on your tire, you end up with the
Malcolm did not have a carry yesterday.
I think that's the one then. That Malcolm Brown is another guy that the Rams may be dangling out there because they feel Gurley is back and they feel Henderson's going to give him enough that maybe Malcolm Brown. But the running back spot, I don't know how much. You're just not going to get a whole lot of value in trading running backs at this time of the year.
Yeah,
wide receivers, you might get something.
Gurley had 2.3 yards per carry yesterday also.
Right.
Falcons need somebody. Ito Smith is probably out for a while. And Devontae Freeman
he's
is
also on my team. He's going to be
is he going to miss at least the next game?
Someone
maybe?
said he needs to be in concussion protocol because nobody in their right mind punches Aaron Donald in the helmet.
That's how, if you're not sure how bad things are in Atlanta, you got your running back trying to take swings at
the biggest, baddest man in the NFL.
Right.
And who they just basically, he just picked him up and kind of like, oh, look at how cute this is. He's a little fella. He's trying to punch me. Come here, let me hug you. Oh, I'll hug you, hold you, and call you George.
Johnny C., what an overall weekend. Astros to the World Series. Burrow shows his blank in Starkville, where Johnny Cash went to jail for picking flowers. And the Saints win big in Chicago. Not to mention my oldest grandson celebrating his 6th birthday does not get much better.
There you go.
Big Tex, you think Rule gets another year at Baylor? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty safe.
I think it's pretty safe. I think he's all right there.
318. Lincoln Riley to Dallas. Skip Holtz to OU. I'm okay with the Lincoln Riley to Dallas thing. Got no issue with that.
Jason Garrett, man, I don't know how to feel if I were a Cowboys fan. I don't know how I would feel if I were a Cowboys fan. I want him gone so bad, I think. But you want to win.
Yeah.
So which one do you get? He's in the last year of his contract. You know, we haven't heard anything about Dak's contract, but we sure as hell don't hear anything about Jason Garrett getting a new deal.
What do they do there?
Lincoln Riley. If they make if they win the division, if they win the division, they probably get stuck with Garrett for another 5 years. If they don't win the division or make a wild card, they can him.
Another 5 years.
If they don't make the playoffs,
they fire him.
Yeah,
not fire him. They just won't sign him.
They'll make a change. Yeah,
and then it'll be Lincoln Riley, your head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, or Tom Herman.
Whatever.
I'd like that. That'd be fun.
It's much more likely to be Lincoln Riley.
How about Lincoln Riley to Dallas, and Tom Herman takes the better job at Oklahoma now?
This is the things you have to come up with when Arkansas is 4-20 over 2 years. Is that what's happening here?
We rewrote the book on fake punts Saturday. Anyone else say they could do that? Did anyone else do something that they've never seen in college football before? No. This is what you get with Razorback football.
A once proud, storied tradition. Nixon at the game.
Oh, you could be Greek Orthodox or you could be unorthodox, like Arkansas. 7:40 is the time.
Southwest Conference, Frank Broyles. Yeah.
Ken Hatfield.
Yeah.
Bo Busby. Monticello, Arkansas.
DeMarcus McFadden,
You said Jamarcus McFadden?
Yeah. I just made up a guy.
Jamarcus McFadden.
Those three guys in that backfield together.
Anything like Leonard Fournette?
And now you're 4-20 over 2 years.
Hey, but those are 4 good wins.
If you say so. One was against Portland State by a touchdown.
Look at what Portland State's done this year.
I have no idea what Portland
Check it out. I think you'll be surprised.
Oh, okay.
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler. Just look it up. Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Go Landers.com. Have you seen this turbo? Here's the deal. They've got a turbo diesel 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.
Idaho State 51-24.
A 3-liter turbo diesel Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. 30 miles per gallon. Over 540 miles you could drive this puppy without having to fill up the tank. Pre-order it now. 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. 3-liter turbo diesel. That's right.
They put a Canadian team.
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Your home with a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 3-liter turbo diesel. So what'd you find out about Portland State?
They played a Canadian team.
They are, I think they're number 1 in FCS, aren't they?
No.
What?
5-3.
Hey, it's a winning record.
Why are they playing teams from Canada?
Do you know where Portland is located?
Yes.
It's almost in Canada.
Doesn't matter. There's enough teams in America. You don't need to be playing Canadian teams.
You got to go to
Simon Fraser?
Yeah, they're a powerhouse in
Oh,
Canada.
are they?
Yeah, they're one of the best college football teams in Canada.
The Maple Leaf is in their logo for crying out
Well,
loud.
it's Canadian. What do you expect? So they've beaten
Oh, my God.
a country's best college football team.
I don't know if they are, Tim, but I just know that's where they're located.
Who are their losses to besides Arkansas?
They did lose to Boise.
Okay.
All right, not bad. They got housed at Idaho State.
Well, they couldn't get up for that one like they did Arkansas. Playing Idaho State's not like going to Fayetteville.
Yeah. Nice win against Idaho, minus the state.
The Vandals are a tougher team.
Mm-hmm. And they pulled it out on Saturday at Northern Colorado by 8.
Unk.
So there you go. By the way, Montana, UC Davis, and Eastern Washington left to go, so they will be losing all 3 of those games.
Huh.
They played a Canadian team.
Why do you have this thing against Canadians?
That's why. Why is that happening? Why is that legal? Why are they doing this? Is there no one else to play?
After that performance against Arkansas,
like Alabama's
they probably had a couple teams forfeit.
Oh, man.
If you haven't heard, Captain Shreve,
yes,
Turner Middle, and Huntington High School all closed today due to power outages. So, power outages throughout Shreveport-Bossier. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. 7:44 is the time. Brewer Quality Homes, taking care of your business. Did you know they have tiny homes for sale at Brewer Quality Homes? Not like teeny tiny like dollhouses, but like 399 square foot, fully functioning tiny houses. Sold by Tom. Sold by Tom. Oh, Facebook's going to kill us. Tiny houses. Sold by Tom. 399 square feet. You've got the bedroom, got the living area, you got the kitchen, got the bathroom. It's got everything you need, plus a little front porch. Tiny houses. You don't need all that room. Downsize the right way with a teeny tiny house that's just right, like the porridge. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City. Supporting the Tim Fletcher Show every day of the week. Everything Donnie touches turns to sold. We'll be back right after this.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Brewer Quality Homes is knocking it out of the park. Franklin Modular Homes. This really is kind of the future of home buying, home building, home purchasing, all in one spot. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas, the home of Franklin Modular Homes. It's kind of fun, Rogers and Adam, to see a business take on the big box stores and still thrive like Sports World. You know?
Still holding their own.
Still holding their own. And Rogers, you had a kiddo that played soccer.
Yes.
All growing up.
Yes. And we needed equipment. We needed shin guards. We needed soccer balls. We needed headbands. We needed water bottles. I needed an ice chest. And that was just when she was a kid. It's been there since 1973 when I was 9 years old. So guess what I needed back then? I needed a bat. I needed a ball. I needed a glove. I needed some cleats. I needed
Sports
a
World,
headset.
8809 Juella. You know, Roger, some people say I'm a ham.
Oh, a big old ham.
Oh, thank you, sir. When it comes to big old hams, you and I know there's really only one place to go.
Big old honey baked ham.
You got that right. Honey baked ham, whether it's July 4th, whether it's Labor Day, whether it's Thursday. I'll take a ham from Honey Baked Ham.
Honey, please get me a honey baked ham.
Southfield Shopping Center in Shreveport. ShapenToyota.com. It's open 24/7. Ken Shapen Toyota, Highway 59 in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20. They will bring the cars to you for a test drive. That's what I said. They will bring them from Marshall to Shreveport, Bossier for you to check out. Shapen Toyota. I had a feeling that when I decided to move our teeth over to Cormier Family Dentistry that we were in good hands. Doctors Adam and Jana Cormier certainly are top-notch dentists, but I didn't realize that they had all the equipment to make dentistry so robotic, so futuristic. I feel like I'm the Terminator of teeth now. But here's the deal. Their staff, so friendly, so kind, so warm, and so stinking funny. I enjoyed my dental visit. Who does that? Well, you do when you go to Cormier Family Dentistry. 868-4072, 868-4072.
Attention CDL truck drivers, my name is Clint. I'm with Bayou Bell and White's Environmental. We are looking for CDL truck drivers to add to our organization that's been going since 1981. They have great benefits. Get more information on our website. Drivers, we need you. Come on.
The CL on the DL, Cantina Laredo, and the shops at Bell Mead on Uri Drive has become the oasis in a Shreveport summer. Holy moly. Just sitting on the patio and letting life kind of drift through at Cantina Laredo. The food is outrageously good. The drinks are incredible. It's Cantina Laredo. That's all they deal in.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. The Breeders getting us back in. Of course, Kim Deal, bassist for the Pixies, leader of this little band. 7:48 the time, Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers and Adam. You can call us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130. Mudbugs had a great weekend, 2-0, and, of course, Wizard Night was outstanding. Love the unis, by the way. They look sharp on the boys.
They really did.
Look sharp. And actually, Corpus had some new unis as well.
To the point where I weren't sure who they were playing at first.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, wait, who is this?
But I liked them.
I did too.
I like the khaki.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It was good hockey on Saturday. We weren't there Friday, obviously. We're doing our thing here, Friday Football Frenzy. But Saturday was a rocking good time, man. Get in touch with the Mudbug, 636-7094. People have fun at these games. We have fun at these games for a reason. They're just a blast. It's really a great thing to do in Shreveport, Bossier. So come on board, man. We loved having you at the game. Had a few people yelling at me earlier as I was walking around. I think they were mostly encouraging, and I never turn around because I don't know if I'm going to turn around and get the double bird like in my face, you know, or where's my prize or something like that. So I just kind of keep walking. You can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash Text line, 489-7453. This is the Campers RV Center and Power Sports Monday morning quarterback edition of the program. All calls, all texts.
Mm-hmm.
Plus our input as well. Hester, what's happening on the text line? You got any text to read?
We've got 17.
Okay.
Paco Bling. Sure, y'all will get to it this week, but how weird will it be to see Dennis Dunn coaching against the program he built this week, Griffins versus Evangel?
Yeah. It's going to be a little odd. North DeSoto. Whew.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one.
Good for Tony Relaford and BTW. We got to speak to him on Friday night. You could tell he was very happy, but he was on a very quiet bus.
Yes.
He said his kids were kind of expected to win. They wanted to win. They weren't going crazy on the bus. Big win over North DeSoto. So North DeSoto gets beat by BTW, who was winless. And now they face an Evangel team that if all you have to do is ask Jim Gatlin, we'll do it tomorrow.
Yep.
Evangel is not going away anytime soon.
No.
They are really, really good.
They've just played a really good schedule.
They have played a very difficult schedule.
Showtime, is this coming from the possibility of Arkansas sending Chad Morris out the door, or is Arkansas's problem they don't have enough talent? Talking about the coaching carousel conversation we were having.
They don't have any talent, man. They have they do not have SEC talent.
And you'd be starting over again. You got to at least get the third season. I think that's unless I guess there are reasons why you wouldn't get a third season, but to me, you're starting over again if you fire another coach.
Right. And you've got to have faith that the recruits that he's brought in.
But they brought in a bad job of.
No, they did a nice job recruiting last year. They've got some fantastic young wide receivers. They've got some young quarterbacks on the way that they feel pretty good about. His son, for instance. Jerry's grandson. And there's almost a point where give the Jones kid a shot.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
What could be worse?
Go wrong? That's worse than what you've got.
Non-conference schedule next year: Nevada,
losable.
At Notre Dame,
big time win. Oh, you mean University of Notre Dame?
Yeah, not Canadian Notre Dame.
Not Notre Dame High School?
Right.
With what's his name? The coach has been there 35 years.
Cook.
Yeah. Lewis Cook.
Charleston Southern.
Ooh, wait, Charleston Northern or Southern? You said Southern?
Southern.
That's a tougher one.
And ULM.
Well, we all know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
They've had the difficulty with ULM in the past.
Got to be 3-1 against them 4.
I think that 2-2 is more likely. Notre Dame's a loss.
Yeah.
Nevada and ULM are both iffy.
They beat Charleston Southern.
They'll beat Charleston Southern.
I don't know if Charleston Southern's playing in Canadian teams next year, but
why you got to do that?
Rusty says he's got a couple. The only thing negative about the LSU offense this week is Cade York. I hope he gets his kicking issues resolved.
Yeah. Will Lutz had a bad day yesterday.
It happened.
Cade York had a bad day Saturday. It happens.
Yep.
It doesn't look unfixable, though. It looked like they just York's pushed. Lutz pulled, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember, I might have reversed, but I think that's the way it is. Yeah.
Rusty's, we kind of touched on, he thinks Harbaugh's got to be fired this year. We talked about that a little bit. Will Muschamp had a right to be mad.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And also, why isn't Darren McFadden's number retired at Arkansas?
Should be.
It will be.
Yeah, if there's anybody that deserves it in the last 25 years, Steve Atwater and Darren McFadden are two guys who should have their numbers retired.
Captain Insano thinks that Trubisky made some good throws and Bears had a lot of drops.
I don't know if we were watching the same game, Captain Insano. I think Trubisky's not a very good quarterback. I think he can play well, but I think in the grand scheme of things, he's just not getting it done. Lucky Jack joins us now on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Hey, Lucky Jack, what's up, buddy?
Happy Monday, man. Go Astros.
There you go. All over it.
Been an Astros fan forever, and, this is just gravy if they win this year. I was a lifelong Saints fan, lifelong Astros fan, and I always said if they ever win one, that'll be enough, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to call you about Arkansas.
Oh, good.
They're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's a big talent gap between them and everybody else.
And it's going to be. There's not really anything they can do about it because of the changes that the Southeast Conference. I grew up at the University of Houston and when Arkansas was in the Southwest Conference. And I was amazed, if you looked at them every year, how many kids they came and got out of Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
The Dallas-Fort Worth area. Well, now that Texas A&M, they went to the SEC, and now that Texas A&M has gone to the SEC, these Dallas kids don't have to go to Arkansas or LSU anymore. They can go to Texas A&M. And then they bring in Missouri, and that's just another market that Arkansas don't get anymore. And they can't recruit in Memphis hardly anymore because of Memphis and Mississippi State and Ole Miss. They're all vying for that population. They're just kind of landlocked where they're just going to get what's left over for a long time unless they bring in a charismatic quarterback with a system that's a little bit different than somebody else is playing.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, Lucky Jack. They used to be able to go into Dallas and get creme de la creme guys and throughout Texas. And that's kind of the thing that Chad has been able to sell is, he and, Gilmer, Jeff Traylor, former Gilmer Buckeyes head coach. And, of course, Chad won a state championship and took Elysian Fields to the state championship game. They're using their high school roots in Texas to try to get some of these kids, and they've gotten some pretty good kids. But in addition to Texas A&M, now you got, TCU is going to grab Metroplex kids. SMU is getting Metroplex kids that look at Arkansas and go, why? I don't have to go all the way up there.
Les Miles is going to do well, too.
Les Miles is going to recruit that area. Texas is always going to get their kids out of there. Oklahoma is going to recruit there. So Arkansas used to have that. Recently, LJ, I'm talking about the last 15 years, the Arkansas alumni chapter in Dallas, that was their biggest outside the state of Arkansas. And there were a lot of Arkansans living in Dallas. I don't know if that's the case anymore either. With the deal with Arkansas's corporate base expanding in Northwest Arkansas, the people that typically would have to go to find jobs in Dallas are now staying in Fayetteville, Rogers, Bentonville, Springdale, and all that. And that's great for the state of Arkansas, but your kids are growing up in not a very good high school football environment. They're not learning football the way that they would in East Texas and Dallas.
Yeah,
it's a different game.
And for your counterpart in the room, just because Texas A&M has come to the Southeast Conference, Texas isn't getting every player that they used to get because, you got a lot of kids in Texas. They want to play SEC football. Well, now that they can go to A&M, Texas is not the pretty picture that they used to be. Oh, they still get kids, but Texas A&M is pulling a lot of their, they used to get every 5-star. When Dave Campbell used to come out with his Texas football, every 5-star went to Texas. And then what was left over went to everybody else. And that was, old SEC, old SWC.
Oklahoma got a few of those kids as well.
Oh, yeah. Oklahoma recruited Dallas, Oklahoma recruited all of Texas. But,
there's a reason why there's a kid out of Hooks that wasn't bad for Oklahoma. There's a reason why Oklahoma. There was a kid out of Hooks, Texas, that didn't do too bad.
Yeah, he was pretty good. They hit him in a trailer for 2 weeks.
Somehow another Channel 6 got his signing ceremony as the only television station there inside of his den. Back in 19 whatever it was, wasn't exactly the same thing as it is nowadays. But, Arkansas just doesn't have a recruiting base that they can really count on. They'll get kids they got a kid out of Tennessee. They'll get a kid out of Louisiana. They'll get a kid or two out of Oklahoma. They'll get 1 or 2, 3, of the top 6 prospects in Arkansas. But there's just no real good feeder program.
The other problem is, Fletch, is that Arkansas football is not very good in high school. We went up, Adam remembers this, when the Banjo went up and played Springdale, and we beat them 56-7 or something, and they were the defending state champions.
Yeah.
And it's still to this day, it's just not as good a football as all the states that surround them.
Nope. Nowhere near it. Missouri's got better football. Oklahoma's got better football. Tennessee certainly does. Mississippi does. Louisiana and Texas are light years ahead of Arkansas high school football.
And I got to tell you something real quick. I was up there this weekend, and we went just over the Missouri line to a little place up there that my mom had told me to eat. And never seen this before. This is the first. It was time for the Astros game to come on Saturday night. And so I asked the girl, I said, can you turn it on the Astros game? They were watching Wheel of Fortune or something. And she says, you got to go ask them over in the bar. So I went over to the bar and I asked the bartender, I said, can you switch the TV in the restaurant to the Astros game? And I looked and it wasn't on. There was like 7 TVs in the bar. And it wasn't on in the bar either. And I looked around and right over the pool table they had a TV and they had a gospel show going on. And there were people watching it in a bar. And I'm like, well, that's crazy, but, maybe so. It's different up here.
It's a little different up there, buddy. North Arkansas, it's different than just about any place on earth. There's some.
Yeah, well, they actually call this shallow Missouri, but.
Probably for a reason.
Yeah. I was like, well, I've never seen that before, so life's good.
Yes, it
but
is,
they did
buddy.
turn the game on for me, and
good.
Worked out well.
Yes, it did. All right, LJ. Thanks for the phone call, buddy. Good to hear from
You
Lucky
guys
Jack.
have a great day.
You too, man. Arkansas is a little different. You start getting up to Mountain Home. No. There's a reason some of these people there are some towns in Arkansas where they do we'll go into Clarendon once a month to get our supplies. We'll come down to Mountain Home once a month to get our groceries for the month. Get some salt tack or whatever. What the hell are you people doing up there? I was more cosmopolitan in Monticello. I was like, man, I feel like I'm in the big city when I come to you bunch of hicks. Good grief. Whew. I mean, I sold insurance up there. Didn't sell a lot of insurance, but I tried to sell a lot of insurance when going around the state to state employees. Holy moly.
Seems like the worst.
There's some Fayetteville's beautiful, but it's so overcrowded now.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of fun things to do, and it's a great attraction for college age kids. I get that. But that north central Arkansas, hey. I think that guy had 3 eyes. What pigmentation of skin color is this? How much interrelationships does it? Can I see how many toes you've got? Because you look like you've got about 14. That's a different animal, man. And they just do. We don't care about no high school football. Our kids go to work when they're 7.
Some decent teams up there. Just not a lot of them. I also remember going up to Springdale and. Well, I wasn't around for that, but I remember them going up to Springdale and getting handed to us a couple of years after that other game.
Oh, was that it? Post Gus?
I remember we went up there my junior year, and we beat them pretty good. But the first year I was at Shreve, they went up there and Springdale beat them pretty good. Yeah. And, Pulaski's got theirs too.
Brad Laird's pops, Billy Laird, had it going on at Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Scrappers were good.
Yeah.
There's an occasional good Little Rock team. Pulaski Academy, of course, has kind of become a,
Harbear, is that the other?
Springdale, Harbear.
Yeah.
And then Fayetteville or Springdale or Fort Smith, Northside, North Little Rock. Large schools, you're going to have a better chance of having somebody that's pretty decent, but
just not as many of them.
Not as many.
Yep.
And it's just, still bad football.
Draco says Arkansas recruits at Lake Ouachita State Park only.
Could be.
Might be the issue there.
They only recruit kids who have a valid fishing license. That's one of the strange requisites for Arkansas. You got let me see your deer tags.
Let me see your fishing license. All right, you're good. Okay, we'll offer you. They don't offer 4 stars and 5 stars. They go after guys who have a 10-point in the den.
You got to have standards.
Absolutely.
318 Urban Meyer to the Cowboys.
Urban Meyer is going to go to Southern Cal if Joe Brady doesn't go.
Wasn't there a quote floating around that the Cowboys are the
dream job,
the only place to go?
If they called, that's the one place you have to answer. Yeah, he floated that out there already. Jason Garrett, head turned even redder. Jason Garrett's probably was one of the few guys who more than likely prayed for another family health situation for Urban Meyer over the weekend. Jason Garrett giving us a Derek Mason quote. I'm the only guy built to be the Dallas Cowboy head coach.
Bruce Wayne, thoughts on Tua's injury? Can't be 100% in just 3 weeks.
Well, Cam Robinson was in 2 weeks with the same injury, they said. He's a big fat tackle. So Tua doesn't have 340 pounds he's putting on those ankles. Now, will he have the same mobility? That's the thing. You got to think, even if it's not surgically repaired a high ankle sprain, you're not going to be as mobile 2 weeks later.
Right. And look,
3 weeks later, I guess.
Not to keep piling on Arkansas, but it's not like there's an Auburn or a Florida or a Georgia this week. They've got Arkansas and then a bye week, right? Or is it bye week and then Arkansas? One of the two. I think it's Arkansas then bye week. So
that's correct.
He'll be fine.
They got back-to-back bye weeks.
I didn't say that.
Well, you're thinking it.
I didn't want to use the same lines as everybody else.
Before we go to the rest of the Bayou Bellways Trash text lines, we do need to take an SEC update break, and then we'll come back in a little bit. But time now. This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day. The betting lines are out for this week. A&M is an 11.5-point favorite at home against Mississippi State. That seems like a large amount. LSU, 11.5-point favorite over Auburn. Kind of actually like that, to be honest with you. South Carolina, -3.5 at Tennessee. Fighting Muschamps have played well back-to-back. But Tennessee, we'll see. Alabama is a 4-point favorite at home against Arkansas. Oh, wait. That's 34-point favorite. I'm sorry. 34-point favorite.
Wow. Backup quarterback.
With backup quarterback Mac Jones. Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me. Missouri is a 9.5-point favorite at Kentucky after losing to Vanderbilt.
Kentucky cannot score.
No, they can't. Once their quarterback went down, they just went to hell in a handbasket. Illinois as a 30.5-point favorite. Vanderbilt as a dog. Vanderbilt 21-point underdog. Georgia Tech 18.5-point underdog. All won this weekend. How's that? This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. Whoop, whoop. And by the way, the new futures odds for national championship. Clemson still the odds-on favorite. +275, Alabama +300, LSU +450. Same as Ohio State, Oklahoma +550, Georgia +1,000.
Just because Clemson's got the best chance to get there still.
They have the most inside track to be a part of the tournament.
Makes sense.
8:09 is the time. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers and Adam, taking care of business every single day. Every single day. Chapin Toyota, it's shaping up to be a beautiful day at Chapin Toyota. Chapin Toyota, it's beautiful today. Chapin Toyota, we have a beautiful day. Chapin Toyota. Ken's kid played pretty well on Friday.
Yeah.
He's dropping dimes out there, old Blake. So it was a good weekend for the Chapin crew. I imagine it's going to be a great week as well at Chapin Toyota. Chapin Toyota. 2019 Toyota RAV4 is $2,715 off. That's America's #1 selling crossover, by the way. Every new Toyota from Ken Chapin Toyota comes with Toyota Care, their no-cost maintenance plan. Over 530 cars and trucks to choose from.
You got to believe this, man. They've got over $10 million earmarked for new car loans this week. So they are ready to unload on you great deals. Cars and trucks are like eggs, Rogers. They're cheaper in the country. Shapen Toyota, Highway 59 Northern Marshall, just off I-20. They'll bring the cars and trucks and SUVs here to you to test drive. ShapenToyota.com. We'll be back on this Monday morning quarterback edition of the show, presented by Campers RV Center and Power Sports right after this. Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. I literally was walking around one of those big box stores, that sells sporting equipment the other day, and family was looking for helmets.
Yeah.
And little kid who still had Clearasil on his face said, "Over there's the helmets."
They don't know.
They don't know.
What do they know?
They know nothing.
We'll go somewhere where they do know something.
Oh, Sports World.
There.
8809 Joella. Been around since 1973. Hester, they got helmets that can fit our heads.
They do, and they know the needs of the local coaches.
They certainly
These other
do.
places don't.
No, they don't know the local coaches. Sports World, 8809 Joella. When you think of ice cold beer, Puff, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
When you think of so many abundant flavors that are just incredible, bursting on your tongue, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
1200 Marshall Street. We're downtown. Meet I-20. Local Mudbugs fan, Adam Hester, joining us in studio.
Hello.
Season number 4 in the North American Hockey League.
Of Mudbugs 2.0.
What's your favorite part about the Knoll?
These kids are hungry, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get that scholarship. They're trying to get drafted in some cases. They're trying to get to the next level of hockey and realize their dreams. So I love that about the Knoll.
Gonna eat Mudbugs hockey. Get hungry. I'm sitting here with Bubba over at Chevyland, and, 4 adults that want to go travel the country, go to a game. You got something on the lot that just fits that criteria?
Fletcher, we have lots of crossovers and SUVs, but the best value will be a 2019 Chevy Trax. You can put 4 full-size grown-up adults in there and go anywhere you want to. You get cool technology like tons of airbags and a bunch of 4G LTE Wi-Fi, and it's $17,450. No ads, nothing else on top of that.
So grab 3 of your buddies and make that vacation plan right now. Come on down to Chevyland. We care about you. DB is in the house. Actually, he's on the phone. What's up, Donnie Brewer?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. So how's life like not being in the day-to-day operation of Brewer Quality Homes?
It's way better.
I bet so.
I really enjoy it.
I imagine. So not working is kind of a cool thing, huh?
Yeah. Nate's handled it, and I get to travel around and shoot birds and catch fish.
That's what it's all about. Brewer Quality Homes. Shooting birds, catching fish, not working. Let Nate Dizzle do the heavy lifting. Brewer Quality Homes. Did you hear that interview we had the other day with the Northwestern State softball player?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was great.
And here's the deal. Her dad played baseball at Northwestern State.
Yeah, I remember.
Her grandfather played football at Northwestern
really?
State. Yeah. So it's been a family tradition to go to NSU.
Yeah, long lineage. My mother was a demon.
I know that.
And now my nephew is a demon. It's just something like families do.
Northwestern State University. It's your family's university in Natchitoches.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
Adam Hester, we talk about the Swoop biscuits all the time. They've got other breakfast sandwiches
Croissant?
and stuff there. Croissants. Yeah, the croissant. You got that the other day.
I did. It's a nice alternative to the biscuit.
The biscuit, that's me. I like the big, thick, flaky biscuit. It's incredible. What is it about the croissant that just screams at you, this is for you, Adam?
Some of the same reasons, but a French twist on it.
Ooh, the French twist. Vive la Swoop on the Bacchus of I-49. Brighten your day at Swoop. Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, 11:30 The Tiger, 8:15 The Time. Tim Fletcher Show, Rogers, Anthony, Adam Hester, right here on this beautiful Monday. Huntington High School, Turner Middle School, Captain Shreve High School, all canceled classes today. Power outage. The Carthage Bulldogs over in Panola County have canceled classes. Here's the difference in Texas and Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Things are just different over there in the school district. Not saying that it's better or worse, although, they certainly had the money to do things. This is the tweet, Rogers, from Carthage High School. Due to the power outage, the high school classes will be canceled for today. Buses will be available to take students home, though. We are providing all students breakfast this morning as well.
A little bit different.
A little bit different.
A little bit.
We appreciate your understanding. So not only are they going to be able to take all the kids home we got to school, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, geez, there's no power here. Yeah. Instead of having for kids to have to call parents, get off work to come pick them up, they're sending all the kids back home on the buses. And for your trouble, we'll give you breakfast this morning. That's, why can't we get the money that Texas schools have? Don't we have oil and gas here too?
I think so. Isn't that how that works?
I'm not smart enough to figure out why we got that situation all discombobulated and befuddled. But we did. Well, get ready for the cool weather, boys and girls. Yesterday I told Allie that's our last hot day of the year. Fall has now been ushered in like a lion with this storm system that came through that brought the tornadoes to East Texas, and who knows what it was in Bossier, straight line winds or whatever that knocked over trees, and then the storms that Dallas spawned, or that spawned in Dallas. Dallas did not make their own tornadoes. It spawned in Dallas last night, and then that system moved over here as well. Well, go outside. It's, 64 degrees, Rogers? Is that right?
That was the low. We're sitting at 64, yeah.
Yeah. And we're not going to get above 79, apparently, for the rest of the season. So, yeah, fall is finally here. Rapolo's Insulation wants to make sure that your house stays as comfortable as you want it to be. What you set your thermostat on should be what the temperature of your house is, and therefore that should be the way it stays. You don't want that warm air going through the ceiling and out the attic and through the roof. That's where the proper insulation comes into play here. And if you've got a pier and beam house, then the proper insulation underneath those hardwood floors are going to keep those floors from buckling, as well as keep that air from escaping and keeping all the varmints nice and toasty warm under your house. To heck with the varmints, call Brian Rapolo, 865-5113, 865-5113. Rapolo's Insulation, family and locally owned and operated. Adam?
Sir?
Got any more Bayou Bellways trash text line text to get to?
I do.
Do you have power, by the way, over at Calvary?
As far as I know.
You going to go over there and unplug it?
If somebody wants to do that, I'm not going to stop them. Under Faker, if Dallas doesn't reach the NFC Championship, the Mad Clapper is gone.
If they win a division but don't get a bye and win that game, and then win the divisional round and then lose the NFC Championship, they're not going to fire him.
No.
He goes 2-1 in the postseason, the Clapper will be around.
Also, congratulations for Arkansas pulling the fake punt of the year, he says. You know you're going to get that for a while.
Have you seen the quotes from this, by the way, guys? What Auburn said about it?
No.
From The Athletic. With 13:37 to go in the first half, Arkansas lined up to punt on 4th and 11. Razorback wide receiver Davion Warren, who was lined up on the edge, turned and ran across the middle of the field when the ball was snapped, immediately bringing a defender with him. Punter Sam Loy used both hands to toss the ball over his protection, 3 Arkansas players, in an attempt to get it to Warren, but Loy threw the ball too soon, and Warren wasn't there yet. Auburn had already guessed the fake was coming before the ball was snapped, with linebacker Tanner Dean calling it out to his teammates when he realized how much checking Arkansas was doing at the line of scrimmage, and linebacker Chandler Wooten was there to catch the pass that sailed directly into his arms. It was a surprise to me, Wooten said. I wasn't ready to catch the ball. I was ready to hit him, knock him down. I was grateful he threw it to me. They called the fake punt during the play.
Maybe if you're the punter, you just take the delay there.
Yeah.
And tell the coach, hey.
They knew we were faking it.
Yep. Oof. Going crazy. 4 good wins for Arkansas, none over Fresno State. Do you mean San Jose, maybe?
I guess so.
Yep. Kachu having all their recruits decommitted at this point? Assuming talking about Arkansas.
No.
Johnny C., it's scary for the Saints that they are having to activate Ken Crawley for the first time this season.
Crawley was activated the first couple of games, wasn't he? Yeah. I thought he played the first couple of games.
318. It's fine to let Miles Brennan play in the fourth quarter of games, but keep the offense moving instead of getting super conservative with play calling. I couldn't see Steve Spurrier or Mike Leach bringing in a second-string quarterback to just sit on the ball. Coach O always talks about playing for 60 minutes, but it's actually more like 48 or 50 when you take the air out of the ball. I finally quit watching the game when they started doing that.
I would like to have seen them let Miles run the real offense.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of thought they would with the amount of time left in the game when he came in.
Yeah.
I said, all right, they're going to give Brennan a couple of snaps, and I think even the broadcaster said giving Miles Brennan an opportunity to run the offense here, but he didn't. He handed the ball off.
Yeah.
It would have been nice. You never know, man. That kid better be ready. Certainly don't hope for that, but you don't want him coming in there and just all he's ever done all season long is hand the ball.
Right. Coop says we don't pay the exorbitant amount of property taxes. He's talking about the difference between Louisiana and Texas.
And they don't pay the state income tax.
Right.
Which is basically a wash, is it not? I don't know.
I'd be lying if I told you I didn't.
I don't know.
Jericho Evangel looked good at Northwood. Looked good at Northwood. Northwood looked like the Falcons quit on them. I don't know. We weren't there?
No, we weren't. We'll talk to Gatlin about it.
Also, Cajun Cannon was loaded on the post-game radio yesterday. When is he not? I would say would be the answer to that. Still my favorite Saint of all time, but he likes his drink. 318, I believe it's still legal for first cousins to marry in Arkansas.
Second cousin, sir.
You knew that was
not
coming.
A bunch of animals.
You knew that was coming.
You cleared all the texts?
Yep.
Were there any favorable Arkansas ones that you passed over?
Oddly enough, no.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm looking here.
If I did, my apologies. It was an oversight, but I don't believe I did. I don't know how you could be favorable.
You need a lawyer or bail bondsman to sponsor Randy's calls?
That was from Friday night. Remember.
God, that was awesome.
Rogers, do you know about that?
Red River playing at Menard, right?
Yes.
Down in Alexandria. Randy Thomas, our correspondent. Tight game. And Randy is just awesome.
He's the one that plays
the big train horn.
Train horn.
Yeah. See you, Esther. Sorry you got class today. But it was a tight game, and we get in touch with him. We're like, all right, let's go down to our, the Campers RV Center and Power Sports hotline on Friday Football Frenzy and get the latest from Randy Thomas. Last we heard, it was 27-0. And Randy tells us at that point, well, I can see the scoreboard from here, and it is 27-0, but Fletch, I was tossed out of the game. There is a Rapides Parish deputy that's just kind of circling around me to make sure I don't come back on the property. I'm over here standing on the shoulder of Highway 28 looking into the stadium. I'm like, what? Apparently he was standing, with a group and somebody said something, and Randy's the biggest one of the guys that were around, and so the ref pointed at him and said, get him out of here, and Randy didn't do anything. And I talked to Bachman after the game, too. He goes, oh, Randy didn't do anything. He said he just happened to be the biggest guy there and was easily spotted. And so they tossed Randy out of the game, and so he's standing on the shoulder of the highway trying to see in the stadium. His wife is texting him the information, and while we're on the phone with Randy, the crowd roars and goes, "Uh-oh, crowd's doing the, oh boy, they must have scored. 29 seconds left. It's 33-27. They must have scored on a long play or something." We're like, "Oh man!" So Menard just took a lead, 33-27. Yeah, sure did. I'll text my wife and see what's going on. Well, I said, "All right, we'll call you back." We go on. We talk about it a little bit. Puff answers the phone. Friday Football Frenzy. Well, yeah. Hold on a second, Randy. I'm like, huh? Fletch, I was wrong. We had a pick six. We're the ones that got the 6 points. We're ahead, 33-27. My wife just texted me. So he was having to be the correspondent from the shoulder of Highway 28. He was a very good sport about it. I said, "You sound pretty calm." He goes, "Oh, I am now." He goes, "I wasn't exactly that calm right out of the chute, when they were telling me to leave." But people just need to calm down. If a ref hears somebody on the sideline who's okay to be there, say, "Man, that was a bad call," you don't have to throw them out of the game. Going crazy, text in on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line. Woo Pig Soupy. I've already called it Woo Pig Fluey or Woo Pig Floppy for the fake punt. Johnny C says Bobby Hebert was actually loaded during pregame. Does not shock me. I think you're joking, but I don't think that's a joke. I think that it. Would that surprise you, Rogers?
Oh, not at all. No. No.
He doesn't
Especially since the after show is at a bar.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
You put me in a bar, what do you expect?
What you expect? I'm the Cajun Cannon. I go drink.
I go to drink. You want to put if we want to have the post game in the church, I'll pray. You put this in the, say. Aye. We're going to have a post game with Bobby Hebert in a bar. Don't drink, Bobby. Okay.
It's only water.
It's only water. It's lemonade. When life gives you lemons, you make beer. Aye. Yeah. Yep. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger with Rogers and Adam. Now just Rogers. Esther departs. Allegedly got other things to do. Swoop breakfast would certainly hit the spot right now. Didn't mean to, but I did the intermediate fasting. We had lunch late yesterday, like around 3. And then when the storms hit yesterday, is like, I'm not asking somebody to come out in this stuff to bring us food. And I'm sure as hell not getting out there. So I didn't eat anything. Golly, geez. Rogers, it's been, how do I do this? It's been almost 17 hours since I've eaten. You don't want to see me when I'm angry. A Swoop biscuit or a Swoop croissant that would taste so good. Good gosh. You've got that opportunity right now if you're listening and driving or listening and riding. You can make the suggestion to the driver, unless he's driving a bus. You still make the suggestion, but he's going to I can't make stops over there. Offer the bus driver a Swoop biscuit. Maybe he will. Swoop, breakfast is ready. It's a home run. It's a home run. It's a series ender. Swoop, locally owned and operated. Fill up your tank. The rain has died down, so you can finally get out of the car and not feel like you're going to get soaking wet. Get your breakfast inside Swoop. Clean, incredible restrooms. So vast. It's just an awesome store. Brighten your day at Swoop. Bert Coons, right across from Home Depot, just off I-49. Brighten your day at Swoop. It's 8:30. The Monday morning quarterback edition of our show is presented to you by Campers RV Center and Power Sports, and we'll be back right after these words. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt, Coons, and Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
It's time for some straight talk. You've got real work to do, but everyone's sucking up the free Wi-Fi faster than a Mocha Choco double frap on ice. So be your own hotspot. Now with Straight Talk Wireless, get 10 gigs of hotspot data with the Ultimate Unlimited plan. Just $55 a month on America's best 4G LTE networks. You don't have to find a hotspot. You are the hotspot. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Compatible device and SIM required. Excludes the 2-line plan. See straighttalk.com.
Nature Valley brings that satisfying crunch that gets your family going again with real delicious honey and whole grain oats. So get out here. Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bars. The original crunch.
Robert J. Wright here to tell you about one of my favorite lunch spots in town. Now, I'm talking about the grill at Quirby's Golf Course. And I say lunch spot, but it's really great anytime. They open up early, 7 in the morning for breakfast. The most amazing lunch specials, and I'll bet you there's not a better burger anywhere. And let me add that the 19th hole at Quirby's Grill is very generous. Stop by, try it out for yourself. You definitely will see me, Robert J. Wright, there. Open 6 days a week, every day but Tuesday. The Grill at Quirby's Golf Course.
Where's your phone right now? It's probably nearby. Maybe it's in your pocket, charging, by the wall, your kid's hands.
I'm using it.
If you can, get it. Because it's more than a phone. It's your very own Navy Federal Credit Union branch. If you need to deposit checks, check your balance or transactions, or transfer money between accounts, do it with the Navy Federal mobile app. Go try it out.
I'm not done.
Or try it out later. Download the Navy Federal mobile app today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Message and data rates may apply. Insured by NCUA.
A heart in my tasty Honey Nut Cheerios? Cereal, you trying to tell me you love me?
Actually, it's reminding you that it can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
Wait! They can help lower cholesterol? I've been so focused on the sweet, tasty taste that I completely forgot. Now I'm in love.
Learn more about making Honey Nut Cheerios part of your heart-healthy lifestyle by picking up a box at your local grocery store.
You're that famous actress. You must travel so much. What's the best site for hotel deals?
Hilton.com.
No. One with crazy savings.
Hilton.com. With their price match guarantee, if you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off.
No, one with lots of options.
Hilton.com has 16 top hotel brands. Hampton, Hilton Garden Inn, Waldorf Astoria.
Hilton.com. You should totally do their commercials.
Expect better. Expect Hilton.
You're good.
I know, thank you.
Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com.
Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt, Coons, and Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for sports.
Welcome, one and all. Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger with Rogers Hampton. It's 8:33 on a cloudy, rainy Monday, stormy in some parts. So happy that you guys are safe today. Certainly hope so. So here we go. All right. 320-1130, Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. You can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line. Our show presented to you by AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255. AccuTemp, ready to make your heating system sing this week. And for a song, you can make your heating system sing. Why wait until the thing gets all busted up and broken when family's coming in for the holidays? Have AccuTemp come out and give you the heating system checkup. We all need it. Like going to Cormier Family Dentistry the other day for my checkup. Preventative measure. Scraped a little bit of the plaque off the bottom of back of one of my teeth. Feel better. My teeth feel cleaner, healthier. Just the same thing can be done for your heating system. AccuTemp, 861-2255. 8:35 is the time. Daryl joins us.
Hey,
on the
what's up, Tim?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, not much, man. Enjoying this rain.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I like
How you
rain.
feel about our Tigers now, bro?
Do what?
How you feel about our Tigers now?
Same way I felt about them all season. I said they were going to beat Alabama before the season started. I felt like they were going to be in the college football playoff before the season started. I felt like Ed Orgeron would be one of the best coaches in the college football. And I had a feeling that the only thing that I haven't changed. I've said LSU is going to be great all year long, and they are.
Yep, I feel the same way you did. Hey, Tua got hurt. I want to beat him full strength, but
He'll be,
ain't no way
he ain't going to miss that game.
No, he ain't gonna miss it. But he won't be full strength. He ain't gonna miss it. But he won't be 100%.
He's still pretty good, even at 75%.
Yeah, he is. He is. I'm looking forward to it. I think I get by Auburn first, though, one game at a time.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a doozy. Auburn is a scary team just because Gus Malzahn is a weirdo, and you never know what's going to happen. Do you get the good Auburn or the ugly Auburn? And
But you can't judge on the Arkansas game because Arkansas they ain't got nothing.
No,
but I think it'll be a decent game.
Yeah,
I think we'll get them though.
All right,
buddy. Have a good day.
You too, man. Bayou Bellway's trash text line. Johnny C said, "I'm serious. I think he was drunk before the game. It was a 3:30 start after all, but he's used to getting drunk by that time of the day." Sweet Lincoln's mullet. I honestly don't think Bobby Hebert is always loaded on the radio. I've met him in person several times when he wasn't drinking. We are related through marriage, and he sounds and acts the exact same. With his personality, it's honestly hard to tell with him. Kachu said the fake punt actually reminded me of the SC LSU Mud Dogs game against West Mississippi when Bobby Boucher threw the ball to the West Mississippi player so he could hit him. Too bad he scored a touchdown before he got to him, and the SC LSU losing streak was extended to 41 games. So now Arkansas is being compared to the bad SC LSU squad. Not the victorious one. The losers. Oh, great. It's great to be an Arkansas Rays are back. Opponent. Yeah, that's good. Happy for you guys. Real happy. Oh, that's all right, Draco. Bucko says, I keep hearing people say, I hope Tua is healthy. I want to beat them at full strength. Screw that. I want every advantage we can get. Bucko just calling a spade there, man. The LSU defense took some strides forward Saturday, Rogers. The Athletics, Brody Miller has a nice article. LSU's most crucial defensive stars are finding their form at just the right time. Grant Delpit and Jacoby Stevens probably had their best games. Stevens' interception was impressive to say the least. Very Odell Beckham Jr.-like. And that was a 15-7 game at the time when he makes the pick, and then 5 plays later, it's 22-7, and life's much better. Delpit, 11 tackles, 5 solo tackles. Stevens, 8 tackles, a sack, and an interception. Didn't realize this until this article. Derek Stingley Jr. was never targeted during the game. That's how good this kid is. Mississippi State did not throw the ball in his direction one time, according to Brody Miller. He's a true freshman, Rogers.
Sworn they threw at him once or twice.
I thought I remember him making
the tackle. Yeah,
like over on the LSU side.
Yes, I kind of remember that too.
Maybe that was more out of the flat, but I thought it was a little out route.
Yeah, I did. That's what I'm thinking.
Because I just remember 24. I could have sworn I saw him like in the back of his jersey tackling somebody and sliding into the sidelines.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
My mind's kind of that way too, but maybe not. Maybe he just came over and helped out.
Maybe he came and helped out.
And they didn't call that throwing at him.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe so. They were dominant. Now, granted, it's Mississippi State. How that kid, the Schrader kid, that chin strap with that beard.
Oh, I was itching my own face.
I'm like, how does he know he's got it on his chin? Steven said afterward, in my head, we were always the best safety duo in the country, and today we kind of put it together. It shows what me and Grant know. Delpit knew that his tackling was a problem, and he just shored that up. So, better to get it done now than still be working on it by Auburn and by Alabama. So, the maligned LSU defense, I think, took a nice stride forward. Not a lot to worry about, in my opinion, Auburn's offense coming in. What I worry about is Auburn's defense getting to show my ass Joe Burrow. Josh joins us now on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, mudbugshockey.com. Get your tickets for the next home game, which is about 6 weeks from now. Hey, Josh, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I don't think he intentionally meant to do that, and I don't think he wanted to go down. However, if he wouldn't have, he would have showed more in his ass.
Yes, he would have, because I think that's exactly why he reached back, because he's thinking, if we're going to see the backside, there's also going to be a front side of this if this continues to go south.
Yeah, and a jockstrap only covers so much.
Only so much, and if the jockstrap comes down too, then hello, little Joe.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere close to that.
Nope.
Anyway, hey, I heard you guys talking about Stingley Jr.
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure they didn't throw at him all game. Even Alabama Danielson made mention of that he won't even have to shower after the game because they've not even remotely looked his way. I do believe that it was a throw to a running back out of the backfield, and Stingley made that tackle.
So maybe the linebacker's considered the coverage guy on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they threw at him the entire game.
He's something
else,
else,
a true
man.
freshman, I mean, that reminds me a little bit of Greedy, except he's a little beefier.
He, as good as Greedy is and was, Stingley just seems like he's ahead of everybody. And I'm talking, Mo was fantastic. Tre'Davious was outstanding. Started as a freshman as well. Greedy is superb.
Yep.
Stingley, I think he's like, I think he's on the Patrick Peterson level as far as
That's
potential.
good to hear.
I mean, he's already, Pro Football Focus has him as the second best freshman overall in the country at any position.
Wow.
I mean, you heard some of the coaches say during the bowl practices, since Greedy wasn't going to the bowl game, that Stingley was their best defensive back during bowl workouts because he arrived early on campus, stepped in after playing for the Dunham School, graduates high school in December, practices during bowl week, and he's the best player they had defensively in the secondary that couldn't play.
Nice. Well, that breaks my heart. I'm terribly upset to hear that. Since
like
we've got Auburn and Alabama coming up.
Yeah. We'll see. Knicks, I don't think I'm going to be shocked or surprised at this, and I hope I'm not, but I just don't think Bo Nix, he got a little too easy of a cakewalk on Saturday in Fayetteville. And to me, that's one of the best things that could happen to LSU is that Auburn had Arkansas the week before. So they get to feel really good about themselves that, man.
Right before they get smacked in the mouth.
Right before they get smacked in the mouth. Look how open we are. Look how much time Nix has to throw. And then there's that false sense of security. And then next thing you know, here comes that LSU defense, which is, I don't think there's a mathematical term that can actually define how much better LSU is than Arkansas. So,
hey, let me ask you this question, and I'm not picking on Arkansas.
Oh,
so I'm moving to this next weekend because hey, I remember I have not only cheered for teams that suck, but I have been on teams that suck. So I'm not kicking a man while he's down. We're looking ahead to next weekend. Does Bo Nix have more interceptions or touchdown passes in the LSU game?
He'll get picked off at least twice. And I think that I see Auburn putting up 14, 17, 20 points, Yeah. They've got to remember they've got some incredible athletes over there. They have some of the top recruiting classes year in, year out. So
but Nix is the one that doesn't really scare me.
No, he doesn't. Tua scares me. Fromm this year doesn't scare me, to be honest with you. Check down Jake.
Who's that?
Fromm doesn't scare me this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He has turned into, he has turned into Mr. Check Down City. And I don't know. It seems like Kirby is just trying to get this thing to the end, and he's already kind of found himself, bitten in the butt by it. So there's not a lot of quarterbacks that scare me if I'm an LSU diehard fan, except for number 13 for Alabama.
Hey, I'm kind of like your previous texter. I don't give 2 buckets of fresh fertilizer if he's hurt whenever we played him. They've played us and beat the crap out of us plenty of times. We had players injured, so that's just part of it.
How about they suspend?
It up, Buttercup.
How about they suspend Tua for the first half and kind of make up for Devin being suspended for the first half last year?
I think that's only fair. Tua's been targeting people all year.
Absolutely.
I think because he's targeted Jerry Jeudy, they should both be suspended.
I think so as well. Now you're making sense, Josh.
See you, bud.
See you, man. 8:46 the time. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton here as well on this beautiful Monday, brought to you by the great folks over at Honey Baked Ham. It's almost that time. When in actuality, people, let's call a ham a ham. You can have ham today. It's not just for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You realize that, right? You can get a big old ham today. You can get a boneless ham over at Honey Baked Ham today. Or you can go get a ham sandwich at lunchtime. By the way, they also have smoked turkey. Now, Rogers used to smoke turkey as well back in college, but that's turkey meant something else back in those days. Honey Baked Ham. Highest quality ham you will find in the land. It is a damn good ham. Honey Baked Ham in the Southfield Shopping Center, Southfield and Uri. Your ham quarters for the holidays, Rogers. Honey Baked Ham.
Honey, please get me a Honey Baked Ham.
The Monday morning quarterback edition of the Tim Fletcher Show, presented to you by Campers RV Center and Power Sports, will return with Hambone and myself right after this. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Chillin' Hill is here to help you get over those bumps and bruises that come with that workout. We're getting a little bit closer to the autumnal months. Oh, it's going to be frigid here, down in the 60s and 70s before you know it, right?